Happy Friday, everybody. I hope everyone had a fantastic Wednesday and Thursday. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Hi. I have no starting scene. I don't know what to do with my hands. I don't know. Hi. We're just starting. I almost started and then I realized I didn't have coffee or water because I generally get that stuff whilst Dance with the Dead plays. So we're doing it live. It was very sudden. I warned you it was going to be sudden, Tom. What do you want from me? Hi, everybody. So I, as you can see, I'm on my gaming scene. I can't change scenes. I have no bot. I also have no alerts. So, kind of just stuck in this scene. So, be right back and all that stuff will just be me muting the mic and walking away. So, that's what we got. If I try to change scenes, it crashes OBS and then my PC hard locks. So, yeah, it's fun. But hey, I'm here. I got this working. So, let's run with that. So, Kimby, how's it going? Happy Friday. Good morning to everybody else. CFLC, Tom, Paint Chips, Zorlda. I thought you were loading a truck, Zelda. Why are you here? Go load a truck. So, hi. Basically, no alerts. Oh, God. I have to read out all the alerts now. No alerts. Well, then I won't waste my awesome wit on the 26-monther, which is really almost like 5 years. We can just save it for next time. LaFay, thank you so much for 26 months. Thank you so much for the tier 3. I appreciate it. I'm train going, so he has to read a lot. No. Stop. So listen. I posted in Discord yesterday. I also tweeted it out this morning. Well, just now, actually. So my PC is pretty much broken. I am stuck right now. Literally stuck in this scene with no ability to do anything. Katie, how's it going? Happy Friday. So I have a really hard time asking for help for things. It makes me very uncomfortable. I love helping people. If people have to help me, that's my failure. That's basically how it is. If I have to help other people, that's great. I'm really proud of them for asking for help, and I love helping people. I am more than willing to do it any time of the day or night. But if I need help, I'm clearly a failure, and everything is awful. Yeah, so anywho, I had to dip into house funds and moving funds yesterday to order a new PC parts because clearly what what has been holding the PC together has finally broken. It is on its last legs. So yeah. It's something we have an entire generation of people pleasers that don't know how to do anything for themselves. But anyway, here we are. So whilst it is very difficult for me to ask for help, but if at any level of anything you can help cover the cost of the PC, that would be absolutely incredible. I posted yesterday and a bunch of people have already been incredibly generous. Paint, Zara, Zelda, Mags, Ads, Matt, Eve, Zunder, and an anonymous one. Thank you so much. It has taken the sting out of what I've had to do. So, Ash, how's it going? Good to see you. Yeah. So that's that. I have ordered new PC parts. That happened last night. By that I mean I started putting them together and put them in the cart and walked away, and Wifeboat came over and actually clicked the button because I refused to do it for 6.5 hours. Yeah. Fo, good morning. I hope you're well. Yeah, so there are new parts are on the way. Unfortunately, the main thing, which is the processor, won't be here until Wednesday. So the streams next week are probably going to look like this. So we're going to play Xbox stuff and not have any scenes. So that's what we got. So there's the tip panel down below the stream, which goes through stream elements. There were some issues with it yesterday, so you can also, I have a Ko-Fi, or Ko-fi, however you pronounce it, as well, that I haven't launched yet. It's going to be replacing my Patreon. I'm going to shift platforms over to Ko-fi, just because I like their business model a little bit better. But any hoozle, that's what we got going on. So any support on that would be outrageously appreciated. But the parts have been ordered. So hopefully by the end of next week, I'll have an actual working computer. Imagine. I mean, it works. Just as long as we don't touch anything. No one touch anything and it'll be fine. Just, it is like, why did that go off? Where did that come from? Is everything okay? Oh, wow. That was through the bot. Wait, what? Tom, thank you so much. That got added to... Yeah. I didn't know that was a thing. Tom, thank you so much. Lord. Ko-Fi has its own bot. Yeah. So there we go. Apparently, if you link your Twitch account to it, yeah. Once you have a new PC, you can play anything. I know. Like modded Stardew. Salty, I hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Also, Nerdin, hi. If I didn't say hi. Hi, Nerdin. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're feeling all right. Baby's coming along. LaFay, what? No. What? Branch guide to mods. I'm joking. Yeah. I'm joking. Yeah, we haven't done Stardew in quite a while. We're not going to do Stardew for quite a while. We might do like a sub goal for special Stardew streams or things like that. No, we're not playing Resident Evil Paint Chipped. Get out. Did you all see the state of play, by the way? Even if you don't have interest in, like, I don't have a... Quisty, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Where is that sound coming from? I have nothing. There is nothing. I don't know where that's coming from. All right, then. It's the sound that it makes, yeah. Isn't that the Witcher quest completion one? Yeah, it might be native. I don't know how it... I don't know. Alice, how's it going? Quisty, thank you so much. I really appreciate that, honestly. Like, every little tiny bit helps, and that's incredible. Why is... Now the sound's just playing randomly. Disco, how's it going? Inspecting the plumbing in Resident Evil 7. Resident Evil 7 is just... No. No. No, no. No, no, no. Thank you all so much. As I was saying, the new PC stuff has been ordered. I'm not getting a graphics card right now. I'm going to keep rocking my current graphics card for as long as possible. But I have a new processor, a new motherboard, and everything coming. So when was that? Might have been before you found the stream, LaFay. I don't remember when that was. That was Resident Evil 7, I think, was the first horror game I streamed. Katie, thank you so much. Honestly, foe, that's pretty much what it looks like. Gonna be honest. That face is pretty much what it looked like. My Outlast and Resident Evil 7 playthroughs are up on my YouTube channel, I believe. I know Outlast definitely is. Resident Evil 7 exists. That one, Resident Evil 7 is not okay. That was not a good time. Yeah, my bot, I can't have my bot on, Nerd. I don't know how the Ko-Fi alerts are going off, but here we are. So, genuinely, I have nothing other than, the only things that I have in OBS right now are my cam, my mic, my headphones, and the Xbox, and that's it. I don't know how that sound is playing unless it's literally a hook or something. I don't know. Anyone. Thank you, everyone who has Blarg, good to see you. Everyone who has contributed, I really appreciate it. It really means a lot. So, and it means we can get back into actual PC gaming. So, Mr. PDBR, good to see you. What was I talking about? Baby's good and you're healthy enough, just a bit anemic. I'm sorry, nerd. Do you think you're going to go out early? Like go out of work early? Or I know with both of our kids, wife both had to go out of work early, but her job is a little different. Chubsley. Hi, buddy. An hour and a half of Elden Ring, but you got a dog. Ooh. Before passing out, I feel that in my bones, Blarg. I feel that in my bones. I played a little Elden Ring last night. After the soccer practice. Megs, hi. Thank you, Megs. Very much. And thank you again to everybody who has chipped in for the PC stuff. I really, really appreciate it. Probably be working till the day this one pops, just like the first kiddo. Ugh. Yeah, I saw that, Bishop. It's not causing my PC to bog down, so I'm not incredibly worried about it at the moment. As long as it doesn't crash my stream, we'll let it go and I'll figure it out later. FLC, thank you so much for gifting C a sub. C, welcome back. Thank you, FLC. Super kind of you. Need to save as much as you can. Yeah, no, that's fair. Although, Wifeboat had to go out early both times, Nerdin, and she had to apply to get her job back both times. Because America. You're not allowed to have children. Chubbs, I hope you're doing well, buddy. It's great to see you. Did you got your PC now? Like you have all your stuff? We should once I get the new one built, let's play some games, buddy. Let's do some no build Fortnite or something. What was I talking about? Oh, so Elden Ring. I played a little bit last night after soccer practice. After dinner, just decided to play like an hour or so, and I found a mini dungeon. Sedis, thank you so much for gifting FLC a sub. FLC, welcome back. Sedis, thank you so much. Demanding you get Fortnite installed. Chubbs, no build Fortnite is legit. I'm not even joking. It is a hoot. It is an absolute hoot. 6 weeks, then if you want to stay out longer, you have to use your vacation time. I don't know, Bishop. It's near the capital. The capital? It's a grave. And it's 2 Crucible Knights. And they can eat a bag of inappropriate objects. I do not like that fight. Also, the dungeon leading up to that fight has the wheeled chariots. That one that we went into that had the wheeled chariot that would run you over. It has like 6 of those. And then you get through all that and you're like, yes, I got through. And you go through the doors and it's 2 freaking Crucible Knights. Yeah, so I'm stuck on that fight. There any fight in Elden Ring you do like? Yeah, I've liked a lot of them. I mean, I complain a lot, but that's just me. Um, this one just Crucible Knights are the ones that just don't stop. They just keep coming at you. The one that like sprouted wings. Foe, thank you so much. Thank you. Crucible Knights are the ones we found a couple of them, and they're very, very difficult. You can't stagger them, which is like my bread and butter. They do not get staggered. You can't interrupt them. Halfway through, they sprout like wings and get magic, and they are just brutally difficult. And they don't stop coming. Like, and they have really long reach and stuff. One of them has a spear, the other one is sword and shield, so it's just a terrible combination. Like I'd go in, like I would get a jump attack on one of them, I'd be in the air and I just get speared from the side. You're not wrong, Blarg, yeah. You can destroy the chariot. Oh, really? Yeah. And they just rip through my summons. So, like, even, what's his name at +6. So, Kraken, how's it going? Good morning. Yeah, so that fight, I'm probably going to have to abandon that fight and keep wandering around for a little bit. I did respec again and went further into strength. So. Yes, I did learn that, Bishop. That's what I was trying to do, is when they would go to do the stomp, I would jump to do a heavy jump attack, but I'd be in the air and get lanced by the other one. So yeah. Yeah, I discovered that with a couple different mobs, Bishop. That you can jump over some attacks and stuff. It's really fun. The hitboxes and stuff in Elden Ring are really impressive. I've only had like 1 or 2 instances where I'm like, which in Dark Souls was almost every fight. But anyway. Oh, I'm sorry, Kraken. Hopefully you get cleared up. Hopefully you can get it cleared up. So it's Friday. It's Flex Friday. We're gonna try out a game that a bunch of people have recommended to me, which is Little Witch in the Woods. Which I'm really excited to try out. We'll see. I've heard really good things. An extremely tanky summon. Dude has a great shield and all the defense. Ooh, I don't know that one. There's the I was thinking about leveling up the one that's like the 4 or 5 guys that sit in the shields like in a turtle. So. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Nerdin, for linking that for everyone to see. Love that. Thank you. Kraken, it's broken. It's fully broken. I can't right now. I can't change scenes. I can't do anything. If I try to go to my be right back scene, OBS will crash and then my PC will hard lock. So I have ordered new PC parts thanks to generosity from the community. So we're gonna wish we could save VODs. Is that one on my YouTube channel? Ooh, have a good launch, Disco. Nerdin, remind me after stream, or like post it in mod chat or something. If it's not on my YouTube channel, remind me and I'll export it so that it's over there. It should be. It wasn't? Oh, okay. Yeah, see, thank you. Yeah, so my bot isn't working. My alerts aren't on. The only alert that seems to be on is the Ko-Fi alert for some reason. But that doesn't seem to be causing any issues, so. I also had to drop down to 720p and 30 FPS, so slightly lower res, but Little Witch in the Woods is not a very big game, so. We're getting through, Bop. I can't change scenes or do anything. As long as I don't touch anything, it's perfectly fine. But I have new parts on order, so hopefully by the end of next week, I'll have a functioning PC. New processor, new motherboard, and whatnot is en route. It's not on there? Okay. Nerd, link me the Resident Evil 7 VOD so that I can export it if you can. If you get a chance. Ellie J, good to see you. I hope you're well. Quit break. Listen, Zunder. Also, Zunder, thank you for the contribution as well. Michael. Breathe wrong and it will break. Yes. Basically, yeah. All right. Let's play some games. I'm really excited to try out Little Witch in the Woods. It was on my list to play before, but I'm really excited for it. Plus, the other exciting thing is I have as soon as the new PC gets built, I have some games that I've gotten keys for that I literally could not play because they would not run. Not even with streaming, just wouldn't run, period. So we'll be able to try some stuff out. Hopefully. Master Chief setup sounds horrible. It's not fun, LEJ, with everything else that has gone on in my life in the last little bit here. I'm hoping this is the last bad thing for a little while. So we'll see. Sunder, thank you for gifting Kraken a sub. I appreciate it. Didn't know I was streaming? I know, right? Imagine. Okay. So let's... Hopefully I can take this cam away without anything bad happening. Julie Kitten, how's it going? Okay. We're good. And your internet speeds are hot garbage. So yesterday of my kid's school, right? How to know it's like basically the last week of school? Play Card Shark on my list, Mikey. 100%. How to tell it's basically the last week of school? The Wi-Fi at my kid's school went out, so they just sent the kids outside to play because they didn't want to deal with it. So my kids got in the car when I picked them up and they were like, we had 2.5 hours of recess. You excited to see this game played? I'm excited to try it out. Yeah, so no Wi-Fi means apparently they can't do anything. Look at the little witch. Have a good meeting, Zunder. The Xbox is capable of streaming directly, Kraken, but I would need a headset and things like that, which I don't have. So, oh, nice, Chubbs. Thank you for the lyric, buddy. Moving stuff from your MacBook to a PC. Oh, nice. Nice. Kids are on a field trip to a pool today. What? That was like our senior trip, Bob. How did I get a field trip to a pool? Never got anything like that. It's garbage. Bob, by the way, I posted a TikTok this morning that I saw last night. That was hilarious. It was like sick days in the 80s, and it was just like Campbell's chicken noodle soup, those like Pyrex dishes, a Smurf's glass with some ginger ale, saltines out of the tin, not the box, and then watching The Price is Right with Bob Barker. It was great. Hell, how's it going? Where's my little witch hat? See, Bob, it was Price is Right, and then there was back-to-back episodes of Hogan's Heroes where I lived. So, like, that is originally where my love of Hogan's Heroes comes from. And then it was MASH, and it was just a killer lineup. An old jelly jar. Yes. Absolutely. Classic. I don't know if I ever... I don't know if I can... I'm not flexible enough. I have a Hogan's Heroes tattoo on my leg. It's Clink's helmet with Bob Crane's hat hanging on it, with Hogan's hat hanging on it. It was one of the first ones that I got, actually. I do want to get... Bob, genuinely, I want to get a really good portrait artist to do a Schultz tattoo on the back of that leg. Poor man's Hulk Hogan. Mikey, don't even pick a fight. Don't even try. Okay, let's play a game. Tomato soup with cheese crackers and General Hospital soap opera. I didn't do the chicken noodle, but tomato soup, yes, or like minestrone, because both of my parents were vegetarians. So I was a vegetarian until I was 14. Thought about an Elden Ring tattoo? Not yet. I did order an Elden Ring shirt, which looks really cool. Always thought it was a show about Hulk Hogan. HR guy, how's it going? Now I'm a full-on carnivore? Not really. I'll eat meat now, but like not. I still tend towards vegetarianism, but I do eat. Like, it's my main source of protein now, so protein supplements are difficult. So way more Siege, get a tattoo of that. There's no good. I have thought of that. Paint chips. My other leg, I wanted to do like game related tattoos. I have one for my kids on that leg, and then a plague doctor on that leg, and then I was thinking about mixing in some game tattoos on that leg. The whole leg? Nice, Mikey. Where's your... have you gotten a schedule for your Batman one yet? Alright. We're riding a train. Our name is Ellie. I wonder where the carrot was. You're still thinking about that? We found everything except the carrot. Oh, the hat is talking to us. I think it's good that we never found the carrot. There was something off about that legendary carrot soup recipe. I just realized we never checked the men's restroom. Yes, there are just some lines you don't cross. We searched the whole school save for that place, but we never found the carrot. An additional 2-year wait after lockdown? Oh, wow. Wow. Yeah, Mikey, I want to get my left arm done. I think I've told you my idea for my left arm. But the guy that I want to do it is mucho expensive. Like, that would cost more than the new PC that I'm building. So that's going to be way down the line. Way down the line. That means the carrot was in the men's restroom. A carrot in the men's restroom? What an odd sense of humor. I should write Jenny a letter asking her to look through the men's restroom. What is happening? Can't you ask Will instead? It's the men's restroom after all. Nope, that coward finds it, he'll take it to the teacher bawling like before. Keep in mind that if it weren't for Will, you'd be in jail right now. What is happening? Or 6 feet under. I'm so bored. It's a flashback. Flashbacks are supposed to be boring. I see why no one else wants to ride this god-awful train. It's boring enough to drive anyone insane. Hey, a ticket for this train costs 500 pies. And its stop, the witch's house in High Lion, where all roads lead to. Your second place at the School for Witches. Whatever, I don't care about any of that. How am I second place anyway? I even sneaked into the Forbidden Room twice. Tony Danza. I feel like we missed something. Apparently it's a flashback. 3 times. I even looked through the forbidden books in the hidden library in the school basement. I still remember that horned rabbit that was as big as a house. No wonder Will started crying. So how did I manage second place? I simply don't want to lose. Eugene Levy and his wife invited me to a non-alcoholic party. Drove my Chevy to the Levies. But the levees were dry. Thank you for the biddies patch. Thank you, thank you. My alerts are not on. They will crash my PC. Thank you for the biddies. I appreciate it, though. Also, get out. Yeah, so I have to read those out loud now. There's no TTS, so I have to manually read them. Cut it out and sit quietly. This is a train only for those who want to succeed. The witch's house might be dark and damp, but it's only 3 years of your life. Have a good meeting. Kek, how's it going, buddy? Good to see you. Fine, fine. Enough with the lecture. As a matter of fact, I'm disturbed with the thought of taking off my shoes when I get off the train. What is happening? I won't fool around the moment I get there. I didn't know you had self-awareness. Don't you know about the terrible city of rules that is High Lion? Please read it with an Australian TTS accent. Bro, how's it going? Rewatching the newest Mortal Kombat, why couldn't they just focus on Scorpion and Sub-Zero? Instead, they created some original character who's bad at martial arts and personality of a tri-wall. Listen, Mikey, did you see... Okay, the Sony State of Play yesterday, they announced Street Fighter 6. Street Fighter 6 is going to be open world. And when they announced that, I went, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. And then as they went through it, I'm like, oh, so you're going around the city streets looking for fights. Oh, why didn't they do this earlier? It's Yakuza, yeah. Patch. Looking through my old VODs and found the Dragon Age 2 from 2018. Somewhere in there is where you found my channel. Nice. They say one person in each group of friends had the potential to be a serial killer, so I pushed Dave off a cliff, just in case it was him. Patch, thank you for the biddies. No problem, Kek. I hope the move went well. It's Double Dragon. Yeah, basically. Sandman, thank you so much for 21 months. Never apologize for being late. Yakuza with actual fighting game mechanics for the fight? Yes. Also, speaking of fighting mechanics, the new trailer for the newest Final Fantasy, oh my goodness. It is full-on sword and sorcery Final Fantasy. Like, they got the combat director from the Devil May Cry series to do the combat in the new Final Fantasy game. This might make me play a Final Fantasy game. It looks so good. So good. Devil May Cry when we watched it on stream. Yeah, it is the combat director from Devil May Cry 5, I believe, is what he worked on before that. First thing to do is take your shoes off as soon as you get off the train. This is my first time hearing something like that. I heard that Jenny's older sister was wearing strappy boots when she first arrived in High Lion, and she almost couldn't get them off because she had to unstrap them completely. See, Mom bought me new shoes as well. Didn't Arya just mean to encourage you? No, Dad also did say that comfortable boots would be better. That's strange. It's true. I'll ask other people if you don't believe me. Keyword gained. Lace-up boots. It's a pain to wear lace-up boots if you're boarding the train to High Lion. What? What is happening? You want to ride a train? You are in a few weeks? Ooh, nice. Okay, we can move now. We have... The truth remains one. Should shoes be taken off when arriving at High Lion? Ask others. Patch... Not take your PT appointments into account when scheduling their state of play. Okay, last one. I'll keep the pain intense but short. What would Wonder Woman and Spider-Man name their business? Amazon Web Services. Get out. Thank you for the biddies, Patch. Making you sneeze like there's no tomorrow? Interesting. Yeah, the Spider-Man, the Insomniac Spider-Man games, as well as Miles Morales, are coming to PC. Spider-Man Remastered is coming August 12th to PC, and then Miles Morales sometime after. It's very exciting. Because imagine mods. Patch. Thank you so much for gifting 5 subs to the community. Nooch, Jonesy, Mwago, Maker Mick, and Mole Rooney. Welcome and enjoy your emotes. Patch, thank you so much, buddy. Appreciate it. Insomniac Spider-Man. It's going to be able to be modded now, Bishop. That I can't wait for. I'm going to go out on a limb and guess that one of the first mods that hits is going to be Spider-Man gets replaced with the let me solo her guy. Would be my guess. The food was really delicious, though. Your face was bright only when you were eating after getting off the train. The omelet that was overflowing with cheese and crab meat as soon as it was cut, the pink salmon steak seasoned with fresh lemon-scented kiwi sauce, even the slightly frozen strawberries and peach sorbet with whipped cream. Without this meal, I would have jumped off the train sooner. Definitely different from the food you buy at the school. At the school store. I ate that to collect the Great Witch series cards. I got scolded because I was caught keeping the card and throwing away the bread. Don't do that again in High Lion. I'll definitely try the Nubicula cupcakes there. Returnal's coming to PC, yes. Those leaks are generally accurate, Mikey, because that came from the Steam database. So that means they generated a URL for it and things, and they... like, it has to exist for that to happen, so... really excited for that. Really excited for Returnal on PC. You saw Let Me Solo Her cosplay at PAX? Oh, awesome, Ash. I saw a lot of... there was a lot of really cool Elden Ring cosplays. Yeah. Is that a cat bartender? Hello, Mr... bartender? Hey, want a drink? No, I don't drink alcohol. Do you have any tea? Of course. Then I'll have a cup of that. The tea is alcohol, though. Is that okay? But then that's just alcohol. Alcohol with tea. Potato, potato. Then can I ask a question instead? Oh, keyword conversations. You can initiate conversations using the keywords at your disposal. Ah. What's up? Special. Lace-up boots. Can I take a look at your shoes? My shoes? What for? From what I've heard, you have to take off your shoes before you step foot into High Lion Station. You work at the train, so you know what I'm talking about, right? Oh, that story. Absolutely. Plenty of confused passengers who were all dressed up for High Lion. If you're wearing shoes of that sort, I'd advise you to untie them in advance. O ye who reacheth High Lion, look first upon thy shoes. So that's how the saying goes. See, Virgil? I was right. The preppy boots Mom gave me as a present tell me just as much. Those are some nice boots. Right? My mom bought them for me when she found out I was graduating magna cum laude. Sure is amazing you're graduating, despite your antics. You gonna keep up with that attitude of yours? Haha, hearing the two of you speak, I have a feeling boredom won't be an issue. Nope, it's so boring. Aren't you bored? I've gotten used to it. But it's certainly gotten less boring thanks to you and your hat. You've been listening? Other guests wouldn't have heard about your arson at the school for witches by now. I didn't set it on fire. Really? Sure, there was a fire, but that was because I shook a potion 5 times and made it explode. Potions must be shaken 3 times only. Even a non-witch like me knows that. Exactly. How can you not try shaking it 4 times, having heard that? But you said you shook it 5 times. Nothing happened on the 4th time, so I shook it once more. An inquisitive mind. You've already got the makings of a fine witch. Thanks for the praise. I don't think he was praising you. I should be on my way then. One is never enough, you know. Even the greatest detectives never reach a conclusion based on a single piece of evidence. You have a point. Notes. You can view your notes and see the keywords you have. Lace up boots. So we have to go interrogate people about whether or not we have to take our shoes off? I'm confused. I love that I've been playing this for like 20 minutes and haven't done anything yet. Over a year later? Oh, nice, Under. I've wanted to do an Alaskan cruise. I'm not big on cruise ships, but the Alaskan ones seem like they would be a really good time. Ordinary passenger, train crew. Let's talk to the train crew. Up ahead is the engine room. We don't check the passenger's outfit. Even if you don't check, it's inconvenient to get off if you wear strappy boots. There are so many different types of clothing that cause discomfort, I can't define them all. What about having a hard time taking off your shoes when you get off? Delays occur once in a while due to their shoes, but again, it's not regulated. I guess there's no fine. Isn't it a matter of harming social reputation rather than a fine? Is that so? Up ahead is the engine room. Oops. Okay. Training activity. Oh, interesting. What about you, ordinary passenger? Hello. Oh my. Can't really see his face. Hello, Roy. Am I disturbing you? Negative. What's the issue? Oh, I wanted to ask you about something. You're on the way to Highline, right? What's the matter? Oh, it's just that you have a very blunt way of speaking. Old habits die hard, especially when one is deep in thought. You sound like the janitor from my school. Well, I used to be a soldier. So what brings you here? Speak. Lace up boots. What? You've been staring at my feet for a while. Is there some kind of problem? I was going to ask. Anyway, isn't it uncomfortable to wear such strappy boots? It takes some time to put them on and take them off, but I'm used to it. Then it would be hard for you when you arrive at Highline. What? What are you talking about? I mean, you have to take your shoes off when you get off. What? 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 Huh? Oh. You were kidding. I'm sorry. I'm rather dull when it comes to things like this. Jenny? Mr. Bartender? The mystery has been solved. Did I make some kind of mistake? No, I just realized I was deceived. Come to think of it, I remember now. It's a joke to make fun of people who visit Highline for the first time. Stop, you don't have to kill me twice by giving me that much detail. I'm sorry. Let me move it somewhere. Let's go up here. Roy is very smarmy. Are you holding back laughter? No, I'm not. He's trying so hard to be considerate of you. Don't ask twice. Virgil, I hate you even more now. You don't need to be upset. When I went there for the first time, in the past, I was also tricked by a colleague and took them off. That doesn't comfort me at all. I'm sorry. How do you feel? Why are you asking me that? Your molars might fall out. Relax a bit and tell me. I can't believe Jenny deceived me. There's a reason why she's your friend. Now go back to your seat and quietly, and wait until we've arrived. We have 3 more days to go. 3 more days? That's as terrible as the smell of spotted shiitake mushrooms. Go back to my room. Stormy. Stormy, thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You all have been incredibly generous. I really hate asking for help, so it means a lot. Thank you. Have some patience and stay seated. Ba, 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 ba. No idea what just happened. Us paying the cable bill. I'm bored. But you just sat down. This is torture. Stare out the window. Look at that mountain. It must be hiding a cave with strange pillars and statues and a giant door. Sounds like the prologue to a story where you awaken a terrible demon. Wait, hold on. Virgil, shut up and look out the window. At the summit of the mountain, there's a gigantic shining tree at the top. A gigantic shining tree? Why is it shining? Does it have luminous flowers? It must be beautiful up close. Give it up. The train won't stop for 2 days. I want to get out now. I hope we crash. Fat chance of that happening, so stay bored. After all, you signed up for 3 years of even more boredom. Aren't there any crocophants nearby? Nope. What about boa constrictors? This isn't a jungle. Train robbers? This isn't the Wild West. It's a healing game, remember? Is it the hat's job to break the fourth wall? Hey, a boa constrictor. The correct line is, what's going on? There's no station. Why are we stopping? I'm not sure. Maybe there's something wrong with the train. I doubt it's a boa constrictor, though. I don't care if it's not boa constrictor. Please just say there's some massively critical issue. Please, 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 please. I'm so bored there's nothing to do. Yeah. We apologize for the inconvenience. A critical issue, perhaps? The train cannot continue on its journey due to a critical issue. Yes! Attention! The train will stop until tomorrow morning and a departure time. Can we go outside? Will likely be announced tomorrow. We will depart immediately if possible. Okay, I'll be back in a bit. In the meantime, please avoid wandering. Let's go! The shining tree at the peak. No, not that. We have to get back by tomorrow morning. Then we should get going. Jovial, how's it going? Fifth wall since you're looking through the ceiling. Wow, it's so dark. If you're scared, we can go back to the train. I love it. Let's hurry. Memo board. View the memo board and your current jobs. Shining tree. Okay. Me age 6, yeah. A book or a portable video game would have solved so many problems here, yeah. It's a hill. It won't be easy to climb. Look over there. There's vines hanging. I'll be able to climb that much. That's bad news. Age 6 to 13. Or for me, age 6 to 40. Anonymous. What the... Thank you so much. Whomever that was. That's incredibly generous of you. Thank you. Everyone has been ridiculously generous. Thank you, thank you. If you weren't here, the new parts have been ordered. So it's... Things will be getting fixed. So let's leave the train with people and power and go on to the dark forest. It'll be fine. What could possibly go wrong? It's a secret passageway. I don't think it's a secret or a passageway. I bet there's a path beyond here. Get help, son. What's this? Looks like a little honey pumpkin. What's that? It's a type of weed that grows in forested areas. The vines grow so fast you can never get rid of it by hand. You must find the nucleus hidden somewhere to get rid of it. Then I guess we'll get rid of this if we find the nucleus. Or just return to the train quietly. That can't happen. Let's go look for the nucleus. It must be nearby. I feel like I'm playing a game as my daughter right now. So, Jovial, my processor has been dying a slow death for about a year now. And it finally has basically given up its last gasp. I can't change scenes. I can't do anything. As long as I don't touch anything, it'll be fine. So, like, when I have to refill coffee and go to my BRB scene, I can't change scenes. So I'm just going to mute the mic and walk away. So, we're making a new one. Talking to your hat, yes. This is basically like talking to my daughter, is how it is. By the way, I posted this on Twitter yesterday. If you want to know what it's like to have an almost 12-year-old daughter, I was standing right over here. My daughter was on the couch over there, maybe 4 feet away, maybe. And I get a text on my phone, and I look down, and it's her saying, "Where are you?" And I turned around and I said, "I'm right here." And she said, "Oh, when's dinner?" I was like, "Did you just text to ask me where I was and I'm right here?" She's like, "Yeah, but I didn't want to stop watching this." Moist. Anyway. Surprised she didn't text you the when's dinner part. Yeah. Me too. This is why you didn't have a phone until you were 11. She is 11, Relk. So, there you go. She didn't start with when's dinner. Yeah. Calculated provocation. Yes, Kelly Pot. Just write BRB on some paper. I thought about that, LEJ, actually. Bum, 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 bum. Remove. Oh, the nucleus is over there. It's glowing. You can temporarily get rid of the vines with a weed terminator potion. But they'll grow back after a while. Then what do I do? Find the core. I think this is the core over here. Just put Penny on cam. Hey, found it. The Green Forest Plains. Time to explore. Please don't use that word, explore. That word gives me anxiety. No thanks to your mother. Sprint! Sprinting uses stamina. Do I have a stamina bar? Acquire. A branch. Am I shaking the tree? Oh. Okay. Ooh, the music is lovely. Ooh. What? Well, that was pretty. Okay. Thank you for the lurk patch. Richard, it's good to see you. Oh, is that a well? Wait, how do I get up there? The shining tree is at the peak of the mountain, so go quickly if you want to see it. We must return to the train by tomorrow morning. Yeah. So we have to go... It's 10 p.m. Like, it doesn't seem like time is passing that fast. Yeah. Thanks for the reminder. Is it telling me that because I'm not going the right way? Oh my. Thank you for that third reminder. A mountain! That's a bad thing, right? I always hated mountains. My leather gets worn out from all the wind. Ooh, butterflies. Can I not catch the butterflies? I guess not. There's a ladder. I got a witch flower. I'm guessing we need to go up. Oh, look at that. I can't get to that core. Okay. It looks like we're going to be revisiting this mountain. Ooh, what is that? Why are there so many things blocking the path? Must be a forest with many secrets. What's this? Looks like a barrier made with a witch pattern. Witch pattern? Is there a witch here? There was, or do you know how it works? School hammered it into my head. Shouldn't be an issue as long as it's drawn well. Do. Ooh. Wanted me to hand her the TV remote? To be fair, I have done that to my daughter as well. Wow, it's the gigantic shining tree, the same one we saw from the train. This is a bitter grape tea tree. I don't think the tree is the one that's shining. Check this out, Virgil. There's a ton of butterflies on it. You're right. The butterflies seem to be glowing. These are blue moon butterflies. So my kids call them flutterbys from when they were really little. So whenever I see butterfly, flutterby goes into my head, and then throw in my dyslexia, and I have a lot of trouble reading that word at pace. It's a parent thing then, yes. Flutterbys. The butterflies give off a subtle moonlight. The light from these butterflies has the same power as actual moonlight. That's why strange things always happen around these butterflies. Aren't they beautiful? A giant tea tree with butterflies glowing with moonlight? It's not just beautiful, it's an extremely fascinating sight to behold. It's a magnificent discovery. You know that those two are rare creatures? So what about it? The fact that these two are together is amazing. What about these two being together? They're usually raised together artificially to get moonflower in Lucerine or 2. Hedge, how's it going? Flutterbys are what they're originally called? Really? I'd have to look at the etymology. I love etymology, so I'm into that. It's uncommon for them to be together naturally like this. Anyway, we did find something, right? I guess so. I'll have to write a letter to the school later. Let's look around a bit more. Fill up the codex and all, right? Just don't be late. We must return to the train by tomorrow morning. Let's go! In search of a curious creature. Anywhere to sleep? Blue moon butterfly we saw at the peak is here too. You might as well collect some for study purposes. Think you could sneak up and grab it? Do you remember what Mr. Gravier said? Death lives under the bed. No, not that. Draw it before you touch it. That's right. Witch's Encyclopedia and Quill. Press and hold the Use Quill button. Hedge. People who mix up etymology and entomology really bug me in ways I can't put into words. Okay. That's a solid joke, Hedge. Thank you for the bits. Press and hold the Use Quill button to draw. Once the gauge is full and the drawing is complete, the subject of the drawing will be recorded in the encyclopedia. Approach it and use the quill to draw it in the encyclopedia. Swap tools. Draw. Do-do-do. Register to catalog. Open encyclopedia. A butterfly that emits a soft blue glow. Habitat and time of appearance. Tools for collecting. Collectibles that can be acquired. How to make collecting easier. Sensitive to sound, but will not easily go away unless it feels especially threatened. Okay. Registered in the catalog. Let's see. Now do you see why you can't catch any right now? We don't have a net. So you can collect them using a butterfly net. I don't have one right now. Not much you can do then. But I want to do it right now. Getting to the witch's house in Highline is more important. Huh. Let's go back down now. There's got to be something else fun. I wonder... Yeah. Thanks. I got a piece of rock. Can I get through this or no? No. Alright, thanks. She really is a kid, yes. 100%. Retrace your path. This is not the way we went, but... What is this? A witch flower. The buttery yellow color of the common brimstone? That's a possibility. Ooh. Oh, wow. Ellie, let's go back to the train. Look at it! A shining white cat? I've never seen anything like that before. We have to. Let's go after the creature. Oh my god, it is my daughter. I'm playing a video game as my daughter. Or LaFay. I think at this point we've gone full LaFay. We are chasing a cat through dark woods. It's too dark and worn down for me to see anything. I don't see words, only pictures. Let's come back when it's brighter. It's a cat. What do you want from me? Daughter will grow up to be LaFay. Oh, God. Nope. I think the cat dropped something and left. What is this? Looks like witch chalk. That thing you used to draw things like a pattern? It looks a little different from the one we were using at school. It's just different packaging. This witch pattern seems to have been erased a bit. Won't work if it gets erased. You can draw the pattern again using the same colored witch chalk. Since I have the one I just picked up earlier, let's draw it again with that. Should I draw the witch pattern again using one witch's white chalk? Sure. Drew it again. Ba-ba-ba. Where did the cat go? Look, there's a house. It's a witch's house, isn't it? It looks pretty old. I guess we can talk to the master witch here and stay for a while. Doesn't look like there's people inside. If there's no one, I might stay for a while. Isn't it natural for an apprentice witch to be at the witch's house? That's true, but... Knock, knock. Anyone there? Is anybody there? Seems like nobody's here. Could be an abandoned witch's house, because the witch administration can't figure out everything. Alright, let's go inside. Oh. It really is an abandoned witch's house. Taking that into consideration, it looks okay, although it's not that clean. Since the witch's house is managed on her own, it doesn't seem to be in very good condition considering how dirty it is. But the bed looks fine. I guess I could just sleep here. Well, since the witch's house is a public institution, it's okay to sleep in one night or so. Better than sleeping outside. Actions such as collecting or sprinting use stamina. You can recover stamina spent by eating or sleeping. Oh, okay. Oh, it's an energy bar. Okay. House is messy. We'll just sleep for one day. Who cares? I can't clean up. Alright. Alright. I'll sleep. Why are we talking about everyone being Tug's kids? Because, Nerdin, I'm playing as my daughter. What's with that face? You slept in a nice fluffy bed. Yeah, but I dreamt that I was sleeping on the train. All that effort not to sleep on the train, only to dream of just that? You should have just slept on the train. No, that's not it. I slept very well, actually. I can almost hear the sound of the train, though. Wait, isn't that the sound of the train? What? Really? Is it taking off already? Let's hurry. Return to the train. Ix, how's it going? It was the hat talking? Yes. It took me a couple minutes too. Bunnies! Draw the bunny. Hello, bunny. A squishy chub. Burrows and lives underground in groups of 2 to 4. Curious creatures, they approach people at first. Pinching and squeezing their comfy cheeks will leave tufts of soft fur in your hands. It's... you smush their face. Squishy... squishy chub floppy planks, they call me. I have smushed them. They have been smushed. Sufficiently smooshed. What is a witch flower? View info. A flower that gained its name as it's used as a base ingredient for witch potions. Ah. What's in the bush? Oi! What are you? What are you? It's a golden snitch. I can't. Can I draw you? I can. Really important question. We're missing the train. It'll wait. A bush bug. I need a net. Makes home within bushes. They have uncharacteristically large wings for such a tiny body. Should you see a moving bush, try giving it a shake. They're not difficult to gather once spotted. Where's the cat? I don't know. Definitely gonna miss the train if you keep ADHDing around in the woods. Listen, maybe there shouldn't be such fascinating things in the woods. A cran apple. Love a good cran apple. Ooh, squishies! I'm gonna hug you and squeeze you and call you George. Can we ban paint you? Yes. It's fine. It's fine. Does look like a George. Yeah. There's a, so, one of the things that I am very good at, apparently, is kids who do not like anyone and are cranky and nasty love me for some reason. Can I do you a favor? Maybe. It's just to go start his apprenticeship that he was paid by someone else and doesn't have any money. It's fine. Can I say beep boop like a robot would? Beep boop. Where's the train? Haha, looks like that bird was imitating train sounds. But where's the train? It probably went to High Lion. Then what do we do now? Let's look around the area. I'm sure we'll find some clues. Why are you so calm? I've been through much worse with your mom. Title of your... Nope. What is that chicken? Listen. Yeah, rock, right? What is that thing? It's called a gaga bird. They say it's a bit insane. Quiet, I don't want to hear it. It's your fault for oversleeping. Don't blame the gaga bird. Fine, whatever, just be quiet. It's a note. A letter. How nice of them to leave a letter behind. Let's see. I think it's from the bartender. You're probably shocked to see that the train is gone. A witch suddenly appeared in the middle of the night and got rid of the prickly vines. They said they can't wait because the train was already delayed, so we had to leave. But don't worry, the train will come back, and there's a village nearby where I used to live. You can just spend some time there. There should be a sign in the forest, so take a look and go find the village. It's a chocobo. Yeah. When you arrive at the village, please send Enite and Arden my regards. Bartender. He said there's a village. Are you even a little bit upset that we missed the train? There's a village! But I can't imagine where it would be. We explored the area quite a bit yesterday. It was probably too dark to see. Let's look for it again. See if there's a sign as well. How about cleaning the witch's house? We might have to stay there until we find the village. Okay. Please try not to sound so excited. We missed the train, remember? Right. You heard me, right? Well then, might as well add more to the encyclopedia now. Good lord. Use the quill to catalog log 3 more to the catalog. Clean the witch's house. And there's a village nearby. Okay. Wonder what chocobo tastes like. Chocolate. That's the secret. Chocobo tastes like chocolate. Do do do. They basically, they're like Cadbury eggs. Is there something over here? What's this? What is that? Let's draw the witch's flower. Yeah. Witch flower added to catalog. Use this flower when making things. Grab its stem and give it a slight tug to pull it up from the ground. Okay. Cadbury Chocobo eggs. Yeah, Chocobo eggs. The baby ones taste like Peeps. In other words, they're disgusting. Okay. I have a feeling I'm going to need a lot of witch flower, so get out. I will not. Peeps are what you give people to punish them. Peeps are delightful, you monster. No. Delightful when you put them in the microwave. Mindful of your inventory. I don't think you can drop stuff. Oh, okay. Peeps are trash. See? Paint Chip agrees with me. I'm a little... Alright, that makes me kind of, like, want to rethink my position. This silver bell-shaped flower also produces a mellow sound like that of a bell. The echoes of the flower evoke melancholy. The buds bloom only at night when there is light. The pollen that bursts from the bud, as it flowers, can be collected. Dad mode for Richard starting a new job next week. Well, see, I do have the bigger cam though, Richards. Dad mode for Richard. Starting a new job next week. Any dad advice? Okay. Your first day is the most important day of your employment. It is the day where you can get away with asking a bajillion questions, and you need to be inquisitive, be constant, be overwhelming. Ask a lot of questions. Set precedents so that they understand that you will ask for help if you need it, and that you are going to ask for help. It establishes a baseline. Even if... So one of the things that I used to do when I would start a new job, even if I was pretty sure I knew how to do something, I would ask somebody to clarify and walk me through the steps again, just to make sure that I knew how they do it, or, number one, what their expectations for the completion of that task would be. Because what my expectations are for quality and completion might not be what the company's expectations are for quality and completion. Typically, the company's just slightly lower than my own expectations on myself. So that allows me to set the goalpost for where I need to hit. So asking a lot of questions, even the minutia and going through everything on the first couple of days, can really set you up so that you have better expectations on what is expected of you, and they have better expectations for what to expect of you, right? And Peeps are terrible. Goodbye. Make s'mores with them? It'd be too sweet. Just use a marshmallow instead. I don't want a marshmallow that's rolled in more sugar. If you can't tell, I don't have a sweet tooth. Almost at all. I really don't like sweet things. If it's not hateful and bitter, I don't really enjoy it. Don't tell wife Brett I said that. Marshmallows are already almost too sweet for me, so. I need something else to note in my journal. Squishies! Squish, squish. Yeah. Squish, squish. Let's get rid of the weed first. There's too much. Take forever to pull this out using hands. Take a look in the bin. It might have a potion to get rid of the weed. I don't like that they didn't pluralize weeds. Take a look in the bin. There's nothing here. Well, we'll have to use another tool. Is there another tool? There's a wonderful tool. What's that? Your hands. Ah. Should have seen that coming. Way to throw your points away, Keck. Yeah, this hat has seen some things and is tired of it all. This hat is literally Doug. That's not wrong. Take a nap. That's what I'm talking about. Can I open this bag? What is this? Oh! That's no weed. What was that? It left something behind. A Rytoring. Rytoring? That's a cute name. Why was it buried there? Someone could have buried it, or it could have been sleeping. You're gonna have to be more specific. There's not much that's known about Ritterings. Well, other than good fortune if you find one? Yeah, I guess it did leave a gift of sorts. Try to spot them when you're wandering around. Okay, I'll look for more. What? Did I get a gift? Playing as my daughter with my hat being you. Yeah. The hat and Ellie merged to become a single entity, and that's LaFay's origin story. You imply that LaFay has some self-governance. I don't know that that's entirely accurate. Oops. Is there a... Oh. Where's my... How do I open my inventory? Oh! Mort! Thank you so much for 16 months. Thank you so much for the Prime sub, and welcome back. Thank you, thank you. Put 2 squishy chub furs in an extractor and squeeze the juice. Squeeze the juice from the witch flowers. Set fire to stage 4. Don't stir. Pour in the right vessel. Curse lifting candy. Okay. Why do we have a recipe for curse lifting candy? I don't... Oh, here we go. Select view info. A black acorn with white stripes. A thin red leaf in the shape of a ribbon rests at the top. It is used as a rare ingredient. I have to unlock inventory slots. Okay. I do have a cran apple, which I can eat or stuff. Eat. Yeah, that gave me energy. Okay. Good to know. We gotta keep cleaning up. Then we gotta go clean up inside. To lift curses. Bauer, how's it going? I mean, why? I guess we're dealing with witches. That's all of them. Now it's time to tidy up the house. Right. Look, Ellie, it's a quest mark. All I see is dust and cobwebs that we have to clean up. Exactly! Let's find something useful while cleaning. I wonder where the witch is, the one who lived here. The place is probably very old. She must be eating and living well somewhere out in Lucerne or two. She really messed up the house. It reminds me of your room. My room was cleaner than this. That might be from a dust standpoint. This is starting to frighten me at how accurate this is to the interactions between me and my daughter. It's a witch bookshelf. Technically, it's a bookshelf that the witch was using. That's the same as a witch bookshelf. I'm not going to read a book, though. I'm tired of books. A poisonous mushroom is better than a witch who doesn't read books. What does that mean? Because a poisonous mushroom kills just one person. Stop nagging. I read enough books at school. Witch History, The 12 Plants, Fun Book of Plants, Gardening for Witches. There's so many books on plants. I guess a witch who used to research plants was living here. I should store any books I get in here. Let's focus on what we're doing now. Oh, it's a notebook. Might be useful later. All done cleaning. It's also messy in front of the desk over there, Ellie. Stop bossing me around. I finally managed to get out of school. Batman, Batcar, Battery. There's some dust over there. Don't leave food behind. I told you not to go inside the principal's office. You should have listened. Oh, this is a witch elevator. That's why you have to listen to the teachers. Let's hurry and go down. What if there's a scary monster? You think so? Oh, I'm so excited. Go to workplace. Oh. Look at this. This must be the dispensary. You can probably make potions with the proper tools. We should definitely do some cleaning. Cleaning again. I know what this is. It's an extractor. We used it so many times at school. It was slightly smaller, though. It would be hard to use. Look at the glass bottle underneath. Oh, that's true. It's broken. I'll need a friendly toad, at least. I'll need to get a glass bottle in order to use this. You need to at least fix the extractor in order to make potions. Alright, let's go to the village first. Let's look for one. Squishy fur extract. Can I clean this up? A roaster? I hate this thing. You have to put in the ingredients and wait. It's awful. No handle. Where would I get a roaster handle? In the village. Village comes first. There's nothing normal here. It'd be rather strange to be normal when it's dirty like this. Let's finish cleaning up so we know what we need to get. Starting to sense a pattern, right? The spilled bottle, scribbled paper, and a book. What a mess. One of the towns in New Jersey, as soon as legal weed passed, they had 35 applications for dispensary licenses. Pretty hilarious. The spilled bottle, scribbled paper, and book. What a mess. Just brush off the dust. Just brushing off the dust might take a lifetime. What is this? Lunar's oil. Looks like a recipe for potion. Guess it was used by the witch who was here. A potion with the power of the moon. Moonflower and phoenix feather. Only very expensive materials are used. I'll use it someday. Let's have it ready for now. There's also something underneath. Where? Oh, you're right. I don't know what kind of text this is. You learned it at school. It's the ancient witch language. You mean I learned how to read these strange symbols? Your score wasn't bad either. I don't remember anything. Shall we take a look anyway? Looks like a recipe. It seems like moon's something. I have no idea. I got a headache. Take a look if you remember later. An unreadable memo. Revisit later. Workbench later. No use for it now. Encyclopedias and recipes. Okay. There's some more extract. Oh, let's clean this up. It's a cauldron. It's a pretty good cauldron. I think it was made by the Blue Lightning Workshop. Its style's very traditional. If only you ever had cheap cauldrons at the school. Finally get to use a good one. Do you remember how to use one? Of course. Expertly processed ingredients, the exact heat intensity, the right ladling technique, and at last, you'll end up with a proper potion. Crafting potions. Ingredients, fire setting, and ladle direction. I actually like Teacher Olivia. Still, the cauldron looks fine. You'll be able to make a potion if you have the ingredients. The machine tools are in bad condition, though. Since there's some discarded ingredients, let's make the potion we need using them now. Oh, is that why there's this stuff down here? Okay. Inventory's full. Crap. Can I store stuff anywhere? This box looks pretty useful. I can put stuff in here when my pockets are full. Let's put sticks, rocks, memo. We'll keep the gift. We'll move over there. We'll hang on to that stuff. Oh, there's a couple boxes. Okay. Okay. Now pick up the stuff from the floor. Maple herb. It's a potion ingredient, isn't it? You've used them in school tech. Are all witches this sloppy? Or she was in a hurry. Beats me. All done cleaning. We can make potions now. Waiting for rush licenses in Rhode Island. Just passed to be recreational. I think it officially starts in the fall or something. Yeah, ours kept getting pushed back. So, now everything's getting up to speed. Because it's New Jersey, so everybody needs to get their cut first. That's important. That's the important part. Weed Terminator Potion. The recipe shown on the detail page on the right. Ingredients. Use the View Ingredient Information button to view its unprocessed collectibles form. Okay. You can view collectibles on the left. Okay. Crafting orders on the right. After processing the collectible, put the ingredients into the witch's pot and adjust the fire and ladle needed to craft. Okay. Use. That. And that. And then hey, Weed Terminator Potion. Nice. The Stubborn Weed Extermination Potion is complete. Anyway, it's ready. Let's look for the village now. You must use it carefully since there's no more ingredients. Okay, don't worry. You must throw it at the little honey pumpkin and make sure to remove the nucleus as well. Because Weed Terminator Potion is just a temporary measure. Got it. Change potions, equip potions. Okay. Okay. Oh, thank you, C. I appreciate that. Save and load from the cabinet on the first floor of the witch's house. Aha! Save. Nice. Okay. Before we go to town, before we go look for town, let me take a quick break. It's been an hour and a half. I just need to refill my coffee and I need to go pee real quick. So I'll be right back in 2 minutes. I am going to run some ads on the break so you won't miss anything. I'll be back in 2 minutes, and I don't have a scene or anything for it, so I'm just going to mute my mic and walk away because that's how things are. I can't touch anything. Touch nothing, and everything will just keep working, right? So I'll be right back in 2 minutes. I'll see you soon. Are you just spamming clips? Alright, I'm back. Mr. Void Dragon, how's it going? Got bored? Leave us alone. Listen. Okay. We have Weed Terminator, so look for a sign. Log stuff in the catalog. Find a glass bottle for the extractor. Okay. Naps. You can now take naps. You cannot take naps at night. You can only nap once per day. It is almost nighttime, though. I should nap, maybe? A 1 hour nap. Okay. Definitely gonna need more of that. There were signs back this way, right? Aha. Ooh. Okay, house, mountain, lake, forest, train, village, that way. Okay. The town lies to the east. Let's head east. Seems to be blocked by something over there. It's Little Honey Pumpkin. Let's go take a look first. Imagine that. The death of Dinnerbone. Uh-huh. Okay, so we have to do... Equip potion. Aim. How do I... Oh. Ah, okay. So let's throw it. The art style's gorgeous, hell, yeah. Here goes. I think it's working properly. Pass by quickly and find the nucleus. Remove. Boom. Sweet. Okay. We still have to log more stuff with our quill. Oh, hi. Ah, this isn't a village. Look over here, Ellie. It's a prickly vine this time. It's so huge and thick. Oh no, what do I do with the extractor? Take a look around here. Hello, do you live in town? Nature's so beautiful. What? Aren't the trees beautiful? Their green leaves are so pretty. Sure. Nature's so breathtaking. You must love nature. How can you not? Okay, I'll be back. Walk under the blue sky and experience nature. She must really love nature. So much that she can't have a conversation? You should respect her interests. I think it's more of an obsession. Something didn't feel right. You think she's cursed or something? A curse that doesn't allow her to talk about anything except nature? The curse of a nature lover? That doesn't make sense. There are lots of quirky witches out there. The curse-lifting candy that can lift the curse should be a basic recipe. Oh, but we can't use the machining tool now. I must process what's been collected to make the potion. What should I do? You picked up several ingredients at the workplace earlier, didn't you? Those would be enough to make curse-lifting candy. And did you see what's next to her over there? Next to her? What? It's a glass bottle. Where? Oh, you weren't kidding. All right. Let's go make that curse-lifting candy. And receive that glass bottle as a reward. That would be nice. First, let's check on the candy that can lift the curse in the book. Doo-doo-doo. Lunar's oil. Curse-lifting candy. Squishy chub fur extract and maple herb extract. Do I have 2 maple herb extracts? I only have 1. That could be problematic. Is there anything else I can draw? Can I draw you? No. Wisteria. The village is just ahead. We'll have to do something else. Find a way to get rid of the giant prickly vines. Okay. Ooh, we can go this way. We should probably go sleep, since it's dark. Right? Let's grab some more of you. Can also check out this well. I wonder if we can interact with it now. It seems not. Okay. Let's head back to the house and see what we got. Do-do-do. Do-do-do. Let's sleep. You just woke up. Why do you look dead already? I think I had an important dream, but I can't remember it. Seemed like something important, like the principal's sermon. That's something I don't want to think about again. Okay. Can we make... okay, fire strength. Ladle direction. Okay. So we need to look at this. Squishy chub fur extract and maple herb extract. Fire to stage 3. Don't stir. Fire to 3. No stir. I don't think I can just do it with 1. I can. Eating the candy lifts weak courses? Was this game released in a different language first? I'm guessing. Based on some of the odd translations and mistranslations. Bing. Alright, let's go give her the curse-lifting candy. Squishy! What is that? Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. What are you? Why is it a demon-y walking bush? Ray Delbano, how's it going? Welcome in. Believe Korean? Okay. Welcome in. A pumpkin terrier. It lives off of pumpkin-type plants. Oftentimes, it's covered in pumpkin vines. It loves to play, so it will try to play hide-and-seek if you attempt to collect from them. Try to remove all the vines wrapped around if you're curious about its true appearance. Shelly, thank you so much for 10 months. I really appreciate that. Welcome back. Korean localization is infamously... It's not bad. There's just been a couple, like, tense issues and stuff that make me think it was translated. Overall, genuinely, it's not bad. Okay. Don't you run away from me! Got it. Pumpkin terrier fur. Let's go. Okay. So drained, you have a head cold? Oh, I'm sorry. I hope you feel better soon. Shall I give her the curse-lifting candy? Yes. Would you like to try this? May the blessings of nature be with you. Hello? Yes, hello. Am I speaking properly now? Yes, I think so. Oh, thank you so much. I hate nature. Guess it really was a curse. I could tell that the old man I met in the western jungle was suspicious just by looking at him, yet I simply couldn't ignore such a well-made wooden image of a monkey. After I bought it, I could only talk about praising nature. I tried to speak backwards, right, but I could only praise nature. Pure torture. I hope nature rots and dies. Well, revive... revive is a strong word for what is happening, but thank you, Shelley. I'm glad the curse was easily removed. Oh, thank you so much. My name is Aurea. How long has it been since I said my name? My name is Ellie. I'm an apprentice witch. Oh, did you come to town to be an apprentice? I was on a train but got off for a moment and it left without me. Oh. I was about to enter town, but it's blocked off by some prickly vines. Stupid nature. Thankfully, we found an empty witch's house nearby, so I've been staying there. An empty... Oh, yes. There's a witch's house here. That's good. I have business in the village too, but the vines stop me. Nature be damned. I'll be here for a while, so let me know if you need anything. Oh, then can I ask a favor? Not a favor, but a fair price. What do you need? The tools were broken when I was trying to use the dispensary at the witch's house. Do you have any tools or parts? What kind of tools or parts do you need? I need a glass bottle for the extractor and a roaster handle for winding the roaster. Wait a minute, I'll look for them. Sure, but Ellie, do you have any money? I do. Mom gave me pocket money when I came out. It's held together by duct tape. Well, I mean... Yeah, don't touch anything. You think you'll be able to buy witch's tools with just enough pocket money to buy a snack or two? Eh. What if I don't have enough money? Sell candies. Only if there's people to buy them. I found it. Take this. Haha. Nice. How much is this? Oh, never mind. This is in return for breaking my curse. Oh. Fortunately, I don't have a roaster handle for the roaster. I see. Will you be staying in the village? If so, I'll bring it next time. I'll sell it at a proper price then, however. Stop. Don't touch things. Don't touch things. I'll write roaster handle on the memo. Oh, and take this too. Healing candy. Ooh. Since the price for the bottle earlier wasn't enough, I'll give this to you as well. Thank you. Sure. Come back next time. Now I'll be able to fix the extractor. Shouldn't until the train comes. I have no choice. No, I mean, you really gonna leave when the train comes? I'll decide when it happens. Let's just fix the extractor first. Can I examine? No. Nope. No, no. No. No, 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 no. Did I finish that? I did, okay. So let's go fix the extractor. The extractor. I'm trying to think of what this game reminds me of. It's kind of unique so far. It has a lot of like little pieces from a lot of different games, but nothing that feels like similar. Maybe a skosh of Graveyard Keeper? Like with the sassy hat, you kind of have that in Graveyard Keeper. And rebuilding old machinery and stuff to do a job, but... Remove the giant prickly vine. Basic recipe does seem inadequate. Now that the extractor has been fixed, you'll be able to make potions from basic recipes. If you make the Weed Terminator potion, you can get rid of Little Honey Pumpkin. I'll be able to get to the places that have been blocked. A little more, yeah, so the forest. Let's look through the forest. There must be something. That's what I'm saying. Okay. So we got to make more of the weed extractor potions. Sunlight potion. Used when fleeing from dangerous animals, plants, monsters, humans, witches, fruits, clouds, rocks, and tornadoes with eyes. Still haven't played Graveyard Keeper? It's really good, Jovial. Particularly now with the free Zombie Helper DLC. Really took the game from good to great. Have a good walk, Nerdin. Weed Terminator, Squishy Chub Fur Extract, and Witch Flower Extract. Okay. Oops. I don't have any of those, but I can make... Oh, wait, can I use? Learned Healing Candy. Nice. Let's make that. Witch Flower Extract. Squishy Chub Extract. It can be grindy, but the zombie DLC, paint chipped, basically takes a lot of the grind out of it because they essentially operate as like NPC bots. So you can leave them to like, you tend the farm, you do this, you do that. So once you get those going, you go mine, then it becomes less of a like, oh my god, I have to do all the things. Toad, thank you so much for the $3 towards the PC. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for the lurk, Ash. It's really good. Paint chipped Dauntless GG. If you flip through her VODs, she has a ton of Graveyard Keeper on there. So if you want to see someone who actually knows how to play the game, you can watch. Daunt has played it a ton. It's a great game. Toady, thank you. Happy Friday. I mean, I've streamed it, but I'm also not. I'm not good at it. Healing Candy. We need Weed Terminator. So we need stage 4 fire. Stage 4 fire. And don't stir. Does it require 2? The other one said it required 2, and I only put 1 in. Yeah, Twiggy played it too. Yep. That is accurate. I don't know if she got as far into it as Daunt did. Daunt had kind of a late game one going. So, okay, so let's make another one of those. So it seems I only need 1 of each. You got a key for it from a drop on Twiggy stream. Oh, awesome. Awesome. 2 of the core ingredient to make the extract. That's possible. Oh, yes. I should read the words that are on the screen. Anyway, I'll be over here making some potions. Bloop. I love that animation. Okay. I wonder if there's... I'm imagining there's probably a failure animation. And it's probably just as cute. Alright, let's go look around the forest. Ah! A crow? Witch! It spoke? It's a witch's crow. Oh, it's a witch's crow. The witch returns! The witch returns! This is my first time coming here, though. The witch returns! Not exactly a listener, is he? Goods and services. Goods and services. Witch's catalog. The witch's catalog? I've always wanted to try it out. You need to head towards High Lion, young lady. But I can't just starve until I reach the village. After I find the village, I'm going to have to make sure to try it out before I go to High Lion. Limited time only. Register for a gift. Try the witch's catalog. Try the witch's catalog. They're handing out gifts as well. Plus, it's limited time only. Jesus Christ, this is my daughter. Gift. Multi-purpose glue. Kitchen accessories. A spork. In any case, I need the witch's catalog. I guess it wouldn't hurt to have in a pinch. You can buy ingredients or potion recipes from them. All right, let's register for it now. Thank you. Thank you. Visit employee. Visit employee. Visit employee. When? Work finished. Work finished. Closed for day. Closed for the day. What? So suddenly? It's not easy getting a message across to the witch's crows. Then I guess I should keep searching for the village. You never know when the witch's catalog will show up. Let's stick to the plan. Is the crow Mikey? Yes. Absolutely. Alright, there was a blocked off thing this way, wasn't there? Let's grab more of this. Grab more of this. Hi, Mikey. We were just talking about you. It's good to see you. Squishy! Squish, squish. Squishy! Squish, squish. The squishies ran away. Ooh, that looks dark and sinister. Let's go there. No, I can't go through there. Alright, we need a way to get that way. And grab another apple. This is not the way I want to go. Is it? Doesn't this go back to the train? Yeah, that's not the way I want to go. If he was a little smaller, he'd be Mike Crow. Oh, I hate it here so much. Let's go. Maybe we need to go up by the tree more. Oh. It's a bird. Don't run away. The bird has a flower on its head? What is happening? A sprout bird. Bird flower. A common bird found in the green forest. The sprout on its head will shrivel up or bloom with flowers. They drop their flowers behind should you scare them away. If well fed, they will bloom with lots of flowers. You have to wait for it to bloom and then scare it. Go! Yes! Winning. The things on this vine, I think I grabbed one of them before. It's a dangle mango. Look at that. Aha, it's grown so much. Wasn't that big a while ago. That must be an adult honey pumpkin. We better get rid of it before it grows anymore. Must get rid of it to get to a new place. We haven't been behind there. I guess it can't be helped. Guess I should make a weed terminator potion. Collect the required ingredients, process them, and try making a potion. If there's anything you don't know, use the quill in the encyclopedia. Okay. I am filled with stuff. Yeah. Oh, the dangle mango we can eat. It's a sweet fruit that grows on cliffs. Aim. Throw. Glub glub. Let me through. Why can't I get through? There we go. That took a second. Boom! Nunia, how's it going? Prefer being able to figure things out a smidge more? That is accurate. Yes. Ooh. It's a fox. Nunia, that's actually one of the things that I really enjoyed about Tunic. That is probably the least hand-holdy game that I've played in a long time. There's a fox in a spider web. It would have driven you up a wall if you played it instead of watching it. It is coming out on PlayStation and stuff soon. That was also in the state of play. Rubrum. There's someone stuck in the spider web. I think he lost consciousness. Is he even alive? I don't know. Ha! They woke up. Who? I'm Ellie, an apprentice witch. A witch? Wow, this is my first time seeing an apprentice witch. It's my first time seeing someone caught in a spider web. Ha! National Donut Day. See, now that's a day I can get behind. Go for it. Go for a donut. Normal fox and a normal spider web. Yeah. That's more the puzzles. That's fair. My name is Rubrum. I live in the village with my grandma, but now I'm stuck in a big spider web. He doesn't seem to understand the gravity of the situation. A big spider web means there's a big spider. You be quiet. Don't worry, you'll be fine. I'll help you down. You have to be careful when dealing with spider webs, Ellie. It looks a pretty strong one. One wrong move and you'll get stuck in it yourself. Then what do I do? Maple herb works best against insects. Just one maple herb should be enough. I learned that maple herb grows on cliffs. I'll bring it soon. Yeah, come back soon. We tried to gather one earlier. Hang on. That's what I was trying to grab earlier when my inventory was full. So let's go grab it. Red rum. No, red rum. Much better. He is red rum. Over here. Good, I got the maple herb. Let's bring it back to Rub Rub now. Boom, boom. Doo, doo. Thankfully, it wasn't another dangleberry. Like this. Oh. Are you okay? Yeah, probably. Can you walk? Okay. Then let's go to the witch's house together. He's following me around. Why are you following me around? What is this? You don't have the right chalk. Oh, okay. I'm just going to call him Rub Rub from now on. It's easier to remember. Sugar-free lemon tea. How's it going? Always a pleasure when I get to say your name out loud. I should go check on Rub Rub first. What are you doing, sir? Are you okay? Are you hurt? I can't walk because my legs hurt. You were probably up there for too long. Then I'll give you a hug. Oh, we're going to carry him. Okay. Sounds like an Ewok name. Can I sprint with Rub Rub in my hands? No. Isn't it heavy? Of course. Really? Just stop talking. Why is it so dark? Come on. Our village is just a little bit further from here, but you cannot pass through now because of the prickly vines. Let's go to the witch's house. Yeah. Boys Season 3 started today. I don't know that either. We're here. Wow, a witch's house. Thanks. Do we have to explain the concept of night? Listen, it was 7 o'clock, alright? Didn't expect it to be dark at 7 o'clock. It's not like winter or something. Sleep. There are some big trigger warnings for that show. Paint. But it is good. It lets you know what it's about in the first episode. Very much. Good morning, Rub Rub. How's your leg? Still hurts. I have to hurry up and get back to the village. Leave it to me. I'll get rid of the huge prickly vine. Really? I'll make sure you get back to your village. Okay, thanks. Oh, before that, I should treat your leg. Wait here for a moment. Right. Treat your leg. Healing candy? It's addictive? Maple herb extract and witch flower extract. Any interesting stories? Shop? I don't have any tea brewed yet. Oh. Okay. It's like drugs. Okay, so we need maple. We gotta go find more maple stuff, which grows on cliffs. Squish! Squishy squish. Hey, is it squishy squish? You do not run away until you get squished. Yes. I like it to squish. Yeah. Do you like abuses of power? Then do I have a show for you. Squishy squish. I need a cliff. Ooh, that's witchy stuff. Witch root. Witch flower. That stuff. Yes. Yes. Squish! Squish. Squish! Squish. Okay. I'm very easily distracted. I don't know if you all have caught on to that fact, but I am, in fact, quite easily distracted by things. What's that? A dangle mango. I don't want a dangle mango. I'm gonna eat the dangle mango. Maple herb. That's what I need. Oh, can I? No. It looks like I'm going to be able to interact with that. Maybe we'll get a potion that, like, breaks that apart. Or something. There's some more maple. Ooh, 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 we can go this way. Let's get more maple herb. There's a broken... That looks like a broken witch's symbol. Do we have the right chalk for that? Don't have the right chalk. Okay. Do you think dangle mango and shrub nuts are in the same category? Probably. Whoa! What's this? My inventory's full, isn't it? It is. Why do I have a branch? Grab. Drop. Sweet. Look at him run! Look at him! Anyway. What is this? I can't do anything with this. I can't. I'm guessing we're going to have to do something with that later. Oh, Card Shark did, Mikey? You do not parlez-vous? Okay, let's head back and make some healing candy. Where am I? Oh, there's another staircase up there. Okay. We'll investigate all that after we heal this kid. So much French. The audio and video gets out of sync sometimes. Is it my game? Is it out of sync? Ooh. It's Twitch. That's not surprising. Bing, bing, bing. Excuse me, child. I have things to do. Maple herb and witch flower. Okay. Let's do... Wait, what? I have maple herb on me. Why can't I make maple herb extract? Because I haven't examined it? Is that why? Crap. Pause and unpause. Pause, it's annoying. Yeah, like, I get so many, like, so much buffering on Twitch now, and it's not on the streamer's end. Like, they're not dropping any frames or anything. It just buffers, and then I get error 2000s constantly. It's almost as if Twitch has monetary benefits from people having to refresh constantly. Imagine. Alright, now I need to find another... I harvested all the maple stuff. Can I examine the dangleberry? No, I can't. I can't journal the... What if I grab, drop? I can't... Ooh, wait. Draw. Here we go. Boom. Do-do-do-do-do. Unlike plants that grow in soil, its roots are spread out wide, so trying to pull it while shaking it at an angle instead of pulling it straight up. So does that mean I can now make the extract? Ooh, can I go up there? No, that's broken. What about over... Oh, I'm blocked. Never mind. Excessive buffering. Oh, yeah. Like, I'll watch in, like, 180, and I'll still get buffering. It's wild. Oh, the mountain summit. Right. There's nothing... These look like I'm going to be able to do something with. Those symbols. Alright, back to the house. I think now I'll be able to make the extract. Now that I examined the root in question. Heal Rub's leg. Yeah, no, it's not a connection issue, because... Nope. Why? Oh, it's all... Oh, wait. I can page down. It's fine. I knew that the whole time. My inventory's full. It's fine. I'm fine. How are you? Let's move you all over there, too. All right. Why do things keep breaking? Yeah. Imagine having a full inventory. All right. I need to figure out how to unlock more inventory space. And then it was witch flower? Healing candy, witch flower. Okay. Squish. And then we have stage 4 with a clockwise rotation. Stage 4. And then our ladle direction is going to be clockwise. So, maple herb and witch flower and craft. Do you mean to imply that there is profit in planned obsolescence, Jovial? Also, Jovial, that freaking pizza that you posted is not okay. I wanted that for breakfast this morning, so thank you for that. Would you like to try this? Wow, what is this, candy? Yeah, it's candy to heal your leg. It's also super addictive, so, you know. This tastes awful. It's good for your health. How's your leg? Well, I think I feel better. Thanks. The candy tastes awful. So how did you get caught in the spider web? I just came to the forest to play for a little bit, but time flew by and then a giant prickly vines were covering the way, so I was looking for another path when I heard the sound of a train. Oh, it must be the one I was riding. I went towards the train, and a strange bird suddenly started chasing after me. Must have been that bird, not the train. It was that bird. It went into a deep place as I was running away. Then I found a treasure map and got caught in a spider web as I was trying to pick it up. A treasure map? I saw a picture of a skeleton through the bushes. I saw in a children's book that it's a sign of pirates leaving their treasures. Shall we go check? What about the gigantic prickly vine? Oh, well, we can't do much about that yet. It wouldn't hurt to try. Let's go. Taco pizza equals good idea. Yes. Yeah. 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 That's correct, Alice. If you've seen the size of the filament in that, though, it's like, I think it's thicker than my finger. It's a very serious filament. But yeah. It's in a fire station, right? Taco pizza is your favorite kind of pizza? You have an amazing taco pizza there? That's really surprising for middle America. Like, not to throw shade, but to throw shade. Oh, you made it on stream yesterday? Man, I'm bored. Okay, thanks. Is he leaving? We're just letting him leave? A treasure map where he was caught in the spider webs. Investigate the bushes. Can do. Let's go. I will fight you. I didn't mean it in a negative... I didn't mean it in the way that I said it. Listen, when you go outside of the Northeast, there is no such thing as good pizza. I'm just saying. Just saying. Don't. Do not. Okay. KTB, a year? Where has the year gone? KTB, thank you so much for a year. I really appreciate that. Welcome back. Paint chips. I can get tomato soup in a bread bowl anywhere. I don't have to go to Chicago for that. And I certainly don't need to pretend that it's pizza. Dawn! A boom potion. Dawn, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome everybody from Dawn's stream. It's an average raid. How is the rest of ESO? Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Tomato. Oh, come on. Listen. Listen. Cap, how's it going? It's not heresy. Yeah, we call a tomato pie a tomato pie. We don't claim it to be a pizza. Oh, you switched to silt. Oh, nice. You broke it 4 times? Oh, jeez. What is a tomato pie? Okay. Picking fights about pizza. I always pick fights about pizza. It didn't like the way you problem solve? Was it with violence? Hi everybody, my name is Tug. We are playing Little Witch in the Woods. If you haven't seen this, Dawn, it kind of has a Graveyard Keeper vibe, a little bit. There's a lot of text. It's very cutesy and translated from Korean. But you make potions. We're building up a witch's hut that we found in the woods. And it has a little bit of a Graveyard Keeper vibe to it, but a little bit more linear, at least now at the start. So, and it's on Game Pass. Heard they put bananas on pizza in Sweden. Let's talk about Swedish food for a minute here, Ash. Will, how's it going? Spiced Pixie, good to see you. Happy Friday. Nothing, C. Don't worry about it. Nothing. Play it in about 6 months, right? What's Game Pass again? Anyway. The important thing is that I have something to blow things up with. And also something to blow up. You're super excited. Then shall we try right away? I missed this feeling. Do you plan to destroy everything on top of getting in trouble? Hey, what do you take me for? Boom potion? Don't you feel the almighty power just from the name? When in trouble, throw it. Break it if you can't have it. Sometimes it takes boldness to overcome a crisis. Don't you think it's a little strange that a boom potion was just dropped in that secluded forest? Someone might have hidden it thinking it's treasure, like Rub Rub. Haven't talked about the DualSense for weeks? Uh-huh. Or someone might have spilled it. A boom potion? I don't know. The important thing is now I have a boom potion in my hands. Go, boom potion! Wow. It didn't even budge. Must be stronger than the secret door in the principal's office. What are those fragments coming out of it? Huh? Where? Around your feet. Acquire. Look at this! It's a prickly vine fragment. Seems to have worked a little bit, but the vines appear to have grown back pretty fast. We might be able to figure out exactly what these prickly vines are. They're not in the codex. How are you going to figure that out? Wouldn't a person living around here know something? Let's show the fragment to someone and ask them about it. Keyword gained. Alright, it's 6:20 and it's pitch black out. It's rude. But because I've only streamed once in weeks. Yeah, there you go. I enjoyed the fact that Swedish food was trending on Twitter after the Reddit posts where it was discovered that I'm not sleepy yet. What? If you go to a Swedish person's, like if you're a kid and you go to a Swedish person's house and you're hanging out and it's dinner time, the family will go have dinner and you just sit alone in a room and don't get fed. And that's apparently just normal. And that is absolutely wild to me. Unless you want to buy fermented herring, yeah. Swedish kids need to go out and wrestle a moose. It's time to get up. Maybe because I'm a witch. It's morning. Stop sleep talking and wake up. I'm only a witch. Miracle morning. Yikes. What kind of dream is this, obnoxious? Huh? You're right. What kind of dream was that? I'm confused. I'm confused. Ask the Swedish chef, Mikey. All right, let's talk to her. Welcome. Do you need anything? Can we talk to you about the large prickly vine splinter? Yeah, that's right. Do you know something about it? No, I don't know anything. But I have something that might be helpful. A universal product appraisal machine. What is that? It's a tool made by some witch. With the power of the moon! Of the moonstone embedded here, you can find out the identity of any object. Really? Hurry up and try it. I don't usually do this for free, but since you lifted my curse, I'll do it for free this time. That's great. Alright, here goes. Huh? What? The prickly vine fragment has disappeared. That's strange. Why did it disappear? Maybe because of a grudge against nature? No, that's not possible. The tool just shoots moonlight and analyzes the reflected light. There are no plants that just get killed by moonlight, right? A plant that gets killed by moonlight? Oh, it seems like something's coming up in my mind. Think, Ellie. This is something you learned in school. Oh, I remember now. Avoiding the moon. There are plants that get killed by moonlight. That's right. This prickly vine definitely avoids the moon. That's why it died in the moonlight. I think I also heard of plants like that. I'm glad the tool is working fine. Thank you. Do you need anything? No. See you next time. Okay. So we have a recipe for information about the moonflower. Okay. Squish! Squish. I squish. I squish. Squish! Give me the squish. We squish. I'm a child. Bloop. Squish. I like it a squish. Bookshelf. The Moonflower. People have died from reading too many books, haven't they? So much for all that confidence. I actually have a disease that kills me if I read too many books, you know. Stop complaining and keep searching. Come on, look at the size of these books. It's too much work. Can't you read instead? Sure. You sure you want to do that? Of course, we're friends, right? It looks like the next few lines are about the moonflower. What? Really? Let's see here. Bitter grape tea tree? That's the tree we saw at the summit, the glowing one. The glow came from the blue moon butterflies. The tea leaves, green, blah, 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 blah. The moonflower. So it was here. There's still more information. It gathers moonlight most of the time, and on a moonless night, the moonflower blooms. A moonless night. But the tree at the summit had blue moon butterflies flying around it. So the moonflower couldn't bloom because of the moonlight emitted by the blue moon butterflies. That was a lot of moons. Wolfie, good to see you. Groon, you too. Don't think they like getting switched, considering they ran away. Listen, I will squish at the cheeks. So if we get rid of the blue moon butterflies, then the moonflower will bloom. It's a commonly used method back in Lucerne or 2. Gather moonlight with the blue moon butterflies, shoo them away, and collect the moonflower. All right, let's get rid of the blue moon butterflies, make Lunar's oil, and remove the prickly vines. But what did we use to get rid of the blue moon butterflies? They don't like sunlight, so a sunlight potion should work. All right, let's make a sunlight potion. Seems like a very roundabout way. Okay, sunlight potion. Weed Terminator, nutrient. Sunlight. When, oh, right, yeah, okay. Which flower? maple herb extract, and squishy extract. Which flower? Squishy. And maple herb. Your inventory's full. We can move the bird flower and the pumpkin terrier fur over. Okay. We have to make a sunlight potion in order to make a moonlight potion. Yes. Instead of just making a... I thought we were going to make a butterfly net and catch all the butterflies. Instead of, you know, nuking them with sunlight. But I guess this works too. Right? But since there's all that stuff that I need... Oh, wait, I gotta check the recipe. Stage 5, stir the ladle clockwise. That. Stage 5, and clockwise. Because we need a net for a bunch of other things. So I figured that was the guiding light to get us to the net. But I am wrong. The lunar oil is, don't worry, I already have the ingredients. You already have them. First is the moonflower. Do you really want to go now? Did you do everything you want to do? Sure. Dad mode for Will. Watched a video saying that some men don't feel they have anyone to call when at their lowest, and I can relate to that at times. Please tell the people in chat and on YouTube there's always someone to support them, and that we as a community are here for them. No matter what is going on in your life, no matter how low you think you are, there is always someone out there that you can reach out to. Whether it's a community like this one, where you can pop into Discord and just vent to people or reach out to people individually, it's always better to reach out. There's always someone out there to listen. There are services out there that will listen to you. That is what they do. They're there to listen to you. That's what To Write Love on Her Arms is for, and that's what communities like mine and many others are there for, is to lean into when you need somebody to lean on. And being comfortable and being able to ask for help as someone who just had to ask for help yesterday, it's difficult to do. And we're raised from a very young age to avoid doing that because it's seen as a personal failure. And that is such BS, it's beyond words. Because there's nothing that myself and so many other people would like. The thing that we love to do the most is to help people and to offer assistance to other people. We have a hard time asking for it. And even if you do too, there are hundreds, if not thousands of people out there who are just waiting for the opportunity to help somebody because we enjoy doing it. So always reach out. Always ask for help if you need it. Please. Caveat, we're not professionals, but we're willing to listen. You're welcome, Will. Renee Craft, how's it going? First is the moonflower. Okay. Let's go now? Sure, let's go now. Let's go. I don't know, I don't think I had anything else to do, right? Great, they're stuck to the tree as expected. Wow, there's tons of shining butterflies. You're gonna make them all go away now, right? I feel so bad for them all of a sudden. It's for the tree's sake. Hurry up, sprinkle the potion. Okay, here goes. Bloop. Great music. Ooh. Wow, it's beautiful. Where are those butterflies going? Wouldn't they go back where they came from? But the flower... Oh, over there! Over there! Maggie laughs. How's it going? So far so good. It's really cute and fun. It is a little hand-holdy, but it's still really fun. Now we can pick up Moonflower and make Lunar's oil. Can you go get the prickly vines and wait for us there? We'll come as soon as the moon oil is ready. Okay, I'll be waiting in front of the vines. I do think, despite the hand-holdiness, that it's really good. I actually think that my kids would react very well to the hand-holdiness. So, yeah, 100% Maggie, exactly. Yeah, I'm playing on Xbox, so my only option is controller. I hope you haven't forgotten. For the Lunar's oil, you need phoenix feather. There's no way you can find a phoenix feather around here. We have a phoenix feather right here. You told me about it earlier. What? Oh, Ellie, that's not a good idea. If we do that, we might not be able to get back on the train. We might not make it to High Lion. A witch is always ready to help, starting with the one who needs it the most. That again, you just like it here better. Well, of course. You just don't like the witch's house in High Lion. That's true. Stop being childish. You're going to regret it later. No. What I will regret is not doing this right now. I'm sure of it. You have to be smart about this. Phoenix feather powder. Powder made from burning phoenix feathers. It sparkles bright red due to heat and magic. Great. I have all the ingredients now. You're worse than Arya sometimes. Oh, please. I'm nowhere near as good as my mother. That wasn't a compliment. Alright, let's make Lunar's oil. Alright, how do I do that? Lunar's oil. Moonflower water. And the phoenix feather powder. So we have to extract the moonflower. Bloop. Yeah, we were joking, Maggie, earlier that the witch is my daughter and the hat is me, and it's pretty accurate. It's kind of frightening. Okay. Stage 1 fire, no stirring. Okay. Stage 1 fire, no stirring. We need that and that. And craft. Bloop. Lunar's oil, a potion that emits strong moonlight. Contains the power of the moon. Ba, 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 ba. Let's go get rid of that prickly vine. I'm here, now let's hurry up and get rid of the annoying vines. Huh? Did you happen to suffer somehow because of me? Don't worry about that. This is my choice. I wanted to do it, and this is my choice. Bloop. Thanks. It's no big deal. You can come to the witch's house anytime you want. You're gonna stay here? Yeah, I think I'll keep staying here as an apprentice. Really? Really? Really. Keep up the good work, Rub Rub. He's very cute, yeah. Keep up the good work too, Ellie. Hurry up and go home for now. Your grandma must be worried. I'll find you. See you in a bit? Yeah. Quit acting like a saint. This place seems fun to you, that's all. Try not to say stuff that makes me sound like a bad guy, will you? It's a happy ending for all if I have fun and they're happy, isn't it? Will the teachers get angry? Like mother, like daughter. That's what they'll say. Well, that's great. I already told you. It's not a compliment. All right, let's head to the village now. Nerdin. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, his eyes, his big eyes. Thank you, Nerdin. Thank you, everybody who has helped out. I really, really appreciate it. It means a lot. I finally arrived at the village. It's a village, What kind of village would it be? I hope a lot of fun things happen here. There would be a lot of annoying things to take care of. I was always expecting something like that. Let's hurry up and go. Lots of weeds to pick. The village is quite a dull sight. Virgil, how's the village that you have to stay in for 3 years? Do you feel like going back to Highline again? What the heck happened here? What's this evil prickly vine? I'm so excited. Don't even know where to start. And something seems strange. It's strange for anyone to see prickly vines growing only on houses. No, that's not what I meant. It feels like I've been here for some reason. What kind of useless double meaning is that? There's no way you've ever been here. They don't come this far for the witch school picnic. Something feels familiar. Let's find Rub Rub first. Does that mean it's evil? Peddler, visit hours 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Because it's midnight again, apparently. Should we go back home and sleep until morning? I think maybe we should do that. Oh, there's Rub Rub. Ellie, thanks for helping me get home. That's nothing special, but it really looks like no one is in the village. Yeah, many of them left after the prickly vines have grown. Now we only have Uncle Arden's and my house. I see, you must be bored. No, it's okay, because Grandma and Uncle Arden are here. They're lots of fun. Oh, and Grandma wants to meet you. Grandma? Yeah, she's the village chief. Oh, she's the village chief. They say none in these times, but she's still the village chief. She's right behind me. Okay, I'll go. Take care. Hello, Grandma. Welcome, witch. You've done a great job with helping my grandchild. Thank you. No, I'm the one who received help. You can speak comfortably. I'm Ellie, an apprentice witch. Many witches look different from their age. All right, I shall speak comfortably, Ellie. Welcome to Wisteria. Don't ask questions, Maggie. I'm Enite, chief of this village, even though both the village chief and the village are in bad shape. What happened in this village? What are all those prickly vines? Did you take a look around the village? Yeah, I saw the houses covered with the prickly vines. They did look like ordinary prickly vines. One day, 3 years ago, those prickly vines started to grow all of a sudden and destroyed the houses one by one. Why did the prickly vines start growing all of a sudden? Actually, there were already prickly vines growing in the village. The white prickly vine at the village entrance was the one originally growing in the village. But I only saw the prickly vines that had started growing for the first time 3 years ago. At first, they were saying things like, God's punishment, monster, or witch's curse. Wipe off your drool, Ellie. It's a serious story. She's so excited. Evil? There were lots of rumors, but no one actually knew why. They started growing all of a sudden without any explanation. What happened to the villagers? Nobody was hurt. The prickly vines grew fast for a plant, but not fast enough to hurt anyone. Even so, people who had no place to live anymore left the village inevitably. Now only Arden and I are left to protect the village. Don't worry now, I'll help you. I'll remove the prickly vines and bring the villagers back together. Thank you so much for saying that. But it's too late now. What? All the houses have been ruined already and everyone left. It's not a village, but 2 old people with a lot of regrets are protecting the ruins. You should also leave now. It's better to go to the place you were originally planning to go. But I'm not forcing you. You can stay in the village for as long as you want. But leave when the train comes. This place is not a village anymore. That can't happen. Highline is boring. Virgil, bad word. Ellie? There are no more people here. Even if the prickly vines are removed, nothing remains. This is still a village. Even the people who had left would want to come back. Thank you. Even if the prickly vines disappear, why would they come back to a village like this? Everyone would want to come back. But Ellie, people left and time has passed. I don't think those driven out by the prickly vines will ever want to come back to these ruins. No, they would definitely want to come back. It's a wonderful village that you have been cultivating all your life. I can't let the village get taken away by these weird prickly vines. You're right, but let's go to sleep for today and talk again tomorrow. You look tired too. Rubrum looks like he needs rest as well. Okay. Don't scold Rubrum too much. Get some rest. You too. Back home. What are you trying to do? It requires a lot of imagination to call this place a village. It's still a village even if there's no houses. Yeah, but it's not a village if there's no people. The people will come back. How can you be so sure? This is your first time in this village. If you're just being ridiculous. No, I definitely heard it. The villagers want to come back. Where did you hear it? You didn't even see a villager. I don't know. Maybe I heard it in a dream. That's absurd. No. It's absurd. No, it isn't. It's the village that Enite has lived in for all of her life. Other people would also have loved the village as much as Enite. You know, you also just met Enite for the first time. I can tell, even if we met for the first time, there was some kind of throbbing feeling. What would fix the houses even if the prickly vines were removed? There's only 2 old people and a child remaining. You're right. Correct. You need a carpenter to fix the house. The first person returning has to be a carpenter. Yeah, I wish a carpenter could fly if possible. It would be nice also to have 6 arms. Don't be sarcastic. I guess you should have a deep dream in order to meet that kind of carpenter. Stop being sarcastic. Sleep for now. Many times. There have been quite a few prickly vines. Do 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 do. Sleep, sleep. Absurd is a weird thing to say for a talking witch's hat. Did you meet the flying carpenter? I don't know. It seems like I did have a dream, but I don't remember anything. Are you nervous or something since this is your first day as an apprentice witch? Of course not. So you ready to start your first day? Of course. Do you know what to do? Let me ask what Enite thinks first. Although she will naturally approve, it will start from the moment she approves. We'll check out the carpenter's house and try to get rid of the prickly vines. Remember that we don't have any phoenix feather left. It'll work out somehow. Let's go to Enite first. Boom. Oh. Hello? Hello! This is the Witch's Catalog that gives you the most inexpensive products at the best prices. This is Diane Greenwood, who brings happiness. Nice to meet you. Yes, hello, I'm Ellie, an apprentice witch. Yes, nice to meet you, Ellie. What I must help you with today is... Oh, you're registering for the first time. Yes, that's right. It must have been inconvenient for you not to be able to use the Witch's Catalog. Just a minute. Okay, thank you for waiting. So I need to see the Master Witch before registering. Is she inside? The Master Witch? Yes, I need to see the Master Witch's signature to register in the Witch's Catalog. Oh, that's, Hey, Ellie! Huh? Fooling around while I'm out? You didn't forget to register with them? No, of course Oh, I guess the Master Witch is at someplace else right now. Are you talking through that hat? Yes. Stay quiet, Ellie. You unfinished dumb hat of a little rascal. Why can't you even do one thing properly? I told you to tell me when the Witch's Catalog employee comes. I'm sorry, I was just about to tell you. Oh, sure, then I guess Ellie can just sign instead because the Master Witch is here. You'll also receive a gift if you join now. Diane's eyes are freaking you out a bit, right? Her one fang, too. A gift? What is it? A witch's broom. That's easy to use. A witch's broom? Finally. You can just sign here and here. Okay, just a minute. Yes, that's it. Then I'll explain how to use the Witch's Catalog. Would you like to hear it? Yes, please, explain. Every morning, a Witch's Catalog employee will come. In this case, it will be me. I'm planning to be here from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. You can just purchase the items you need from me during that time. We do not accept gold coins and only accept Lunar coins. What is that thing called, Lunar coin? Lunar coin is the currency used in Witch Society. It is called Lunar coin because it is made of an ore with the power of the moon. Don't you know already, since you were also raised in a witch society, Ellie? I think I learned it in school. It's just that I don't think I called money something else in my life. After all, only Lunar coins are used in the witch society. But how do I earn Lunar coins? I guess you don't have enough Lunar coins. What? Basically, yes. The Witch Administration is running a service to purchase potions to prepare for such incidents. Please let us know at any time since we purchase regardless of the type. Sell potions. Okay. Alright, I got it. And there's also the special potion delivery service. And every day of the week we buy potions at a higher price. You can select 1 out of 3 in the list provided and deliver within 2 days. We're going to see a lot more of Diane forever. Yup. Not open when the moon is actually around, right? She's got quite the witch's hat. It's shaped into a bonnet. But since we're buying at a higher price, don't lose this nice opportunity. Merchants buy extra potions according to special rules on top of usual potion sales. Deliver the requested potions to get more rewards. So do you have any more questions? No, not anymore. All right then. Feel free to talk to me if you need anything. The gift? Right, I'll give it to you now. Witch's broom. Wow, thank you. Finally my own broom. We can ride the broom. Alright, let's ride the broom. Deliver the potions with the broom. We need to get to Enite now. Right. The potion delivery quest is an apprenticeship that you choose as needed. If you want to refuse such apprenticeships, you can use the keyword to do it later. Okay. How do we ride the broom? Ooh. Zoom. Boost. It has brakes. Boost. Yeah. It doesn't handle particularly well. Okay. Where was she? There she is. It is not precise, no. Hello, Enite. Hello, Ellie. Did you sleep well? I thought about it yesterday, but I'm still not sure. The villagers. You mean they would want to come back, right? I don't know why you're more confident than me when I lived my whole life in this village. Even so, I decided to believe in that happy thought. Really? If you get rid of the prickly vines, I'll try to contact the resident who is living in that house. But if that resident refuses, don't worry, because it won't happen. You are so nice. Everything will be fine. Don't worry. I guess so. Who should we get first? Was there a carpenter in the village by any chance? Because I think the first we need is a carpenter in order to fix the house. Of course. The house at the upper left side from the central fountain belongs to Kyla, who was the carpenter. Then it would be better to remove the prickly vines from Kyla's house first. That would be better. If you get rid of the prickly vines, I'll try to contact Kyla. Leave it to me. Okay. Let's get started. Keep in mind that we don't have information, nor do we have a phoenix. First thing we need to do is collect information. Let's look around Kyla's house and collect information. Phoenix feather later. Bum, 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 bum. We need information. No rebuilding it. Let's ask the other villagers. There's no other prickly vines of the village. So we can talk to other people about the prickly vines of the village. The prickly village vines. I thought it was just... Oh, is this... Oh, Arden's restaurant. What's up, buddy? He's an alligator. You're a witch. Yes, I'm Ellie, an apprentice witch. Hello. I'm Arden, a dragon and a cook. Did you help Rubrum? You're pretty kind. Don't mention it. Are you going to stay here? I think I'll end up doing so. Why are you staring at me like that? Oh, I'm sorry, it's just my first time seeing a dragon with my own eyes. Normally, you wouldn't see one. Even Mom said that she seldom met a dragon. That's why I wasn't sure. But you're a real dragon. Never thought I would meet a chef dragon in a place like this. Since dragons have no reason to mingle with humans, I think I was like that too. I can't tell you the reason even if you look at me with those eyes. Because I don't remember now. It's kind of weird to call it a reward, but tell me if you're hungry. Although it's usually not for free. Okay. Beef, 200. Wow. Piping hot bread. Ooh. Thank you, I'll enjoy it. It's the last one remaining. Hey, did you promise to get rid of those prickly vines? Yeah, that's right. Yeah. But will you be able to do it? Of course. That's some confidence. Okay. What's going on? Prickly vines of the village. The prickly vines of the village? Yeah, just in case you know something. Well, I don't know much about the prickly vine. I just feel the malice filled in it. Malice? The prickly vines that only destroys houses? It's so unnatural. If it's not someone's malice, what would it be? Is there someone who would do such a terrible thing? I don't know. Well, I'm not sure. I don't know anything. How about searching through the witch's house at least? Okay, sure. Oh, and on the way to the witch's house, please do me a favor. I lost a bag containing an important ingredient. I think I lost it somewhere near the water. Please try to find it for me. I remember carrying it to the village. Okay. Yeah, what's going on? Nothing. Goodbye. Boost! This thing... Wait, what's wrong with this? Looks like we need to dig the broom a grave for the 12th time. Durability's low. I barely wrote it. What can you expect from a free gift? I think there's a good workbench at the workplace. I can fix it there. All I need is a branch or mud. Okay. Now we know what to do with branches. I have some branches in storage. So let's check. We probably have to check the bookshelf. Oh. Is that storage? Isn't there a... Yeah, it is. There's some grammatical and tense errors. I believe it was... someone said it's originally in Korean, so... There are some translation errors, but they're not too bad overall. All things considered. Oh, maybe at the desk? Let's fix the broom. You know how to fix brooms? Of course. Branch or mud? Okay. Use. Oh, I have to get the branches out of storage first. That would help. Jube, how's it going? How do I... Ah. Move on. Okay. Happy Friday, Jube. Use Google Translate? That's a little surprising. Because it seems quite a bit better than Google Translate typically does. Particularly for Korean. Got a new monitor. Ooh. Nice. Yeah, if it was Google Translate, then they had someone edit it. Like, go over it. And clean it up, so. Wait, what is... Oh, Weed Terminator, right. We need to do some more exploring. Also, can we... I'm not sure if it's okay to tell you this since we just met. Do you remember the potion purchase service? Yes. Recently, there have been several reports of bad potions. The administration issued a notice to each catalog salesperson to test suspicious potions. The problem is the witches' houses I'm in charge of are all related to the suspicious potions. Potion quality is also a matter of a witch's confidence. I need a witch to accompany me with the test for certification. If it's alright, may I ask you for help? It's a small reward, but I made some cupcakes. I'll help. Thank you. Please take this first. A nutrition potion. Temporarily supplies a large amount of nutrients to a plant. Ooh. Walked like 3 miles yesterday. Ooh, nice. Oh, yeah, that's fair, Relk. That could also just be the writing itself. A bird cage? To start testing as soon as possible, I also caught a sprout bird. You can throw the nutrition potion to the sprout bird. When the results appear, please gather them and take a look. Then I'll record the details, like the date, weather, time, wind direction, etc. Also, please let me know if you make a bad throw. You're very serious about this. Aim. Throw. One, two, three, four. 4 new flowers have bloomed. Moderate temperature, mild wind, low humidity. Great. Fortunately, the potions here seem normal. It went well, right? Yes, we can relax now. At least one of them is normal. This is the reward I promised you. Cupcakes. Ooh. So spicy, I'm not sure what to do with it. Nachos. This is the game with the spiky plants. Yes. Nothing but spiky plants. Okay. If well fed, they bloom lots of flowers. There we go. Okay. Sweet. Have a nice day. Does that mean we get to... Yeah, we get all these flowers. Okay, let's go put those away, since now they're in my inventory, and I need my inventory space. Oops. Move all. Move all. Let's just move everything over there, except for that, and that we'll hang on to. This is the one and only spiky plant game. We do need to grab more sticks. Oh, we can run a broom. Let's go. Maybe I'll wait on the broom. Might be too hot for nachos. You could blend it with like a something smooth and mild, like a Monterey Jack or something. Cool it off. Alright, let's go to where we rescued Rub. That was this way, right? Yeah. Okay. Let's see what else we can find over here. I can't go that way. There's a broken symbol that way. And then there's a broken symbol up here, right? And I don't have the right chalk for that. Okay. The missing ingredient bag for Arden as well. Need to find water. Somewhere that there's water. I do have another weed killer potion if we have to do that. Kind of curious about these things. If those do something. What was this way? Oh yeah, we can't go that way. There's a bunch of places that we can't go yet. Take the broom. Go slightly faster. Ish. I don't know if it actually saves any time. Ooh. Because it doesn't handle particularly well. Oh, that just leads over there. Okay. It does have a little bit of Metroidvania to it, Jovial. We need to get mechanics in order to open different passageways. So there definitely is that aspect to it. Okay, can't go that way yet. I want to know what that statue's all about. Squish! Squish! And we got to figure out how to make a net. That's the other thing. It wasn't this bag, was it? No. Was there anything up this way? Ooh, 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 ooh. No. And nothing this way. Was there another way out of town? We could talk to Rub about the prickly vines. The prickly vine in the village is not so good. Not so good? It's bitter, spicy, and not tasty. Smells fishy. You ate it? Yes, and drank it by drawing it as tea. I dried and roasted by picking only thorns. It was hard. I guess you drink everything as tea. There are so many delicious tea ingredients in the forest. I like apple bush because it's sweet. Grandma says bird flower tea smells good. They also make some delicious... I'll also make some delicious tea for you, Ellie. Okay, I look forward to it. I remember, I tasted something similar to that thing. It also tasted similar to white prickly vine and a little honey pumpkin in the forest. Has a good scent. If it tastes similar, can you see it as a similar breed? Thanks anyway, it was helpful. I wonder if that means... Okay. Having to bring the thing you promised last time? Of course. Oh, yeah. No, not the melon. No, you promised the roaster handle. Of course I brought it. I don't think I can bring proper products for a while. He broke his leg. The things on sale will be trivial things. Instead, I have a good offer for each other. Do you want to hear it? Sure, what is it? As you can see, since Wisteria is not an environment to bring good products... Didn't mean it that way. Is there such a witch here? Pretty confident in my eyes whether it might be a person or a thing. What do you think? Good wages. For me, I'm confused. Potion, animal, or plant gathering here. So she'll give us quests and we get things? This is one of the poor translation examples. Of course. They're milking scorpions now? I will only sell candies. Okay. 10 healing candies in one day? Ten healing candies in one day? 2 healing candies by tomorrow. We can do that, right? Prickly vines. She has no information on that. Shop. Expand bag. 180 gold coins. I don't have gold coins. I have no gold coins. Don Julius. Blue pigeon. Mud boots. Life with mushrooms. Roaster handle. 150 gold coins. Okay. So let's go do her quests. So healing candy. Witchflower extract and maple herb extract. I think I have enough to make 2. So let's head back home. And we could do that. Zoom! Whoa! I don't know that that broom is helpful at all. Yeah, she buys stuff for gold. And the other lady only does Luna coins. So that's going to be interesting. Witchflower and maple herb. I don't have either of those on me. Witchflower, maple herb. So I need 2 of each of these. Oh, I don't have enough maple herb. I gotta go get more maple herb. I need 1 more. And I barely have enough witchflower. Suddenly I have gone through all of that witchflower that I've been grabbing. So, Cap, my kids used to call unicorns Lunicorns. There's been several things in this game that remind me of things that my kids say, or used to say. Flutterbuys and Lunacoin. Lunacorns. Grab more of that. Run, run, run. Run, run, run. Up here. Grab you. Grab you. Grab you. I don't need those. I do need this. That. Come on. There we go. Next one. Okay. Bloom. Well, there kind of is, because I have silver coins too. So I don't think those are Luna coins. Although I haven't been able to confirm that. So there might be another currency. Bloop. 2 healing candies. So I need 1 more maple extracts. And then we'll make those. And we can deliver them in the morning. Or now. It's only 6:30. Why is it so dark? Oh, what is the recipe? I should probably look at that. Stage 4 clockwise ladle. Okay. Stage 4 clockwise. That and that. It's really fun, Mags. It's very chill. My only complaint, other than like occasional translation issues, is it's very hand-holdy. But overall, really fun. Really interesting. I actually think the hand-holdiness would be good for like my kids and younger folks who are playing it. Forgot to change the clocks for daylight savings. Yeah. But it's really chill, really fun. The crafting stuff, like the progression, seems like it's going to be really interesting. So, seems like it's going to be cool. Where is she? Oh, here's the thing. That's Arden's bag. Have we evolved into LaFay yet? Not quite yet. Probably soon. If we get an option to choose violence, that's when we know we'll have hit full LaFay. Where did she go? Wasn't she right here? Did she leave for the day? Yeah, she's gone at 6 p.m. Alright, so let's go rest. And we'll come back tomorrow. Believe in the hat's ability to continue being dark and choosing violence. Get out of bed if you're awake. What's this uncomfortable feeling? Did you have a nightmare or something? No, it wasn't a nightmare. I'm sure I had a dream, but I can't remember anything. Run your little legs. This sprinting is so much faster than the broom. I wonder if we can get a better broom that handles better later on. Hi. Do you need anything? Deliver potions. Today's the potion delivery deadline. 150 coins. I like violence. I'll ask you again, do you need anything? I'll ask you again. Shop. Roaster handle. 150. Yes. Come by anytime. Nope, I'm done. See you next time. Alright, we got a roaster handle. Back to the house. I should have given Arden his bag while we were there. Gratuitous violins. Let's put the handle on the roaster, because that seems like that's going to unlock more recipes. Use. Now I can use the roaster. You'll be able to make more potions. Dried fur. Okay. Well. Menacing string piece starts playing, right? Back to Arden. Back to town. We can ask... We asked Arden already about the vine, right? We haven't asked the old lady about it. Although, why we would have to ask her again? Even though we've already talked to her. When it first appeared, I tried very hard to get rid of it. I tried an axe. I also set it on fire, but it was useless. No matter how I made the scar, it healed quickly. That resembles the white prickly vine. Isn't that right? But the white prickly vine disappeared completely when there was a full moon. And these vines didn't disappear even when there was a full moon. It's as strong as the white prickly vine, but it doesn't disappear in the moonlight. That's strange. We thought so too. I mean, it's the providence of nature that if there are strong places, there are also weak places. This is all I know. I'm sorry I couldn't be much help. Similar characteristics as white prickly vine. Tastes like little honey pumpkin. Arden didn't tell me anything. He said it was someone's malice. Seeing a prickly vine that can destroy and get rid of a house is enough to make you think so. A witch's curse? In a world like today, it's an old-fashioned way of thinking. Let's find out the culprit later. Let's think about Kyla's house first for now. Let's also look through the witch's house like Arden said. I think I might have seen something related to the prickly vine on the witch's bookshelf on the first floor. Okay. Let's give Arden his bag. Hi, buddy. The main menu. It's the stew I'm boiling for more than 100 years. What's going on? What, Return it. Did you find the bag? Ah, thanks, I needed that. What's in it? Curious. Are you? It's my secret recipe. Whoa, really? What is it? Pepper. Pepper? Yeah. Black gold, king of spices. I was looking forward to the secret recipe. Have a taste. It's true cuisine. Taste of pepper is overwhelming. How long ago were the old days? Find me if you get hungry. Ooh, more beef bread. Thanks, buddy. Rename every character in the game, completely undermining the work the writers did. This is the way. Okay. Book in house. Book in house. I was hoping the answer was going to be kill it with fire, but that appears to not be the case. Can't always get what we want, right? This time, you could just find a book related to the prickly vine. I can't read anymore. Who would get rid of the prickly vines if I die? People don't die just because they read a book for a long time. I mean, Arya's daughter might die. Look at this book. It looks like there's more than 1,000 pages. Anyone would die after finishing reading this. I think I'll throw up if I read one more text. I think the important details came out right after that. What? Really? Where? The first dew of spring, the red moon butterfly, the fourth dawn of summer. Mix well and put on the desired plant seeds to make a new plant. It's a method to combine the plant's characteristics. The prickly vines in the village were combined using this method. From the information I heard, it seems like a combination of Little Honey Pumpkin and White Prickly Vine. And now, wait, why is this book here? Someone's Malice? But naturally, that book is not uncommon. It's a book that the witch who's interested in plants would have. Correct. It's merely a possibility. I mean, both of them. For now, this one has the priority. Which one? The part that removes the prickly vines. So we took over the witch's house that cursed the village. Great. Awesome. Cool. Into it. Into it. Definitely shaped like a prickly vine shape and colored a little bit like honey pumpkin. That means the villagers couldn't get rid of this prickly vine because you can't get rid of it unless you get rid of the core. You can get rid of the prickly vine if you get rid of the prickly vine core. Since it's a plant, the prickly vine and the core must be connected in some way. Look over there. Ah, that's what those are. Okay. We could find the core if we follow that. I was wondering why those were there. Let's go find the core. How do you intend to get rid of the nucleus? The moon's power should weaken the core, since it's like the white prickly vine. Is it Lunar's oil again? Where are you going to get a phoenix feather? Oh, we have moonflower, but phoenix feather is the problem. I don't have that much money. What do we do? Will Diane sell it? They would sell it for a high price or not carry it. I wonder if there's a potion with the power of the moon among other potions. Speaking of the moon, you picked up a note last time, didn't you? Oh, the note written in an ancient witch language. Now that I think about it, it looked like a recipe. How about decoding it first? Good idea. Let's decode that first. And it would be making Moon's something potion to remove the prickly vine nucleus. Diane would know if we ask her, right? One would know if one didn't fall asleep in class like you. I didn't fall asleep either. Moon something something. Thank you for the lurk, Pixie. Alright. Let's go save. Save. I would like to save, please. Thank you. Alright. Looking at the time. I do have to run a couple errands before I have to pick up my kids today, unfortunately, so I'm going to have to wrap up a little bit early. I apologize. So I'll be back on Monday. Thank you all again so much for the help with getting the new PC stuff. It's really appreciated. Everybody who has been able to help out with that, I cannot thank you enough. The new parts are on order now, so hopefully by the end of next week, the processor's not going to get here till like Wednesday. So hopefully by the end of next week, I'll have the new PC put together and we can get back to more normal streams and stuff. So I'll be back on Monday. Otherwise, we'll probably either do some No Man's Sky or more Little Witch in the Woods. Something on Xbox. We'll keep not touching anything with my PC to make sure it doesn't break. So, yeah, that's all I got. Thank you all so much again. I really appreciate it. Yeah. So, I hope that you all have a fantastic weekend. I'll see you between 9 and 9:30 a.m. on Monday. Keep in mind, next week, real quick, it is my kids' last week in school for the year, and I believe they have half days every single day. So probably shorter streams next week. And then they're out of school, and we'll be working on what kind of schedule we can do with that. There's a couple like soccer camps and dance camps and stuff that they'll be doing through the summer, but until then, might have to move around like the start time and the end times just to adjust for them being here all summer. So that's all I got. Make sure you hang out after the credits. We're going to raid somebody and spread. Well, there's no credits. It's just me going to be saying goodbye. I forgot. I don't have that anymore. See, that's force a habit, you know, force a habit. So we're going to go raid somebody. Thank you, C. I appreciate that. let's go say hi to Total Eclipse. Total is streaming some Satisfactory. He's a very lovely dude. He's also part of my Shiny team, so we're going to go see him. So that's all I got. Have a fantastic weekend, everybody. I will see you bright and early on Monday morning for some more games. So until then, as always, as ever, remember, be good to each other. Bye, everybody. I'm still here. Shh.